will ask the sergeant at arms to place on an oath. Those of you who are not on the team, the rest of the people will still on an oath. So, sergeant at arms. Who are the duty players?
Do hereby swear that the testimony I'm about to give, to my recollection, is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Mr. Minister, Madam Minister, in your absence, the secretary was able to meet with the team from the ministry. We received a letter that you were now ill, but you are now well. I think we do something. So there are several concerns that we have here. We requested some documents. We asked for the list of the volunteer workers, the entire list of volunteer workers in the country, the list of volunteer workers who are now included on payroll, the list of volunteer workers who are being processed for the payroll. I know that the ministry benefited from the 2 budget allotment for volunteer workers who want to know the specific amount that you've used for volunteer workers, who want to know the balance of volunteer workers on our list that you look forward to accommodating, and what it would cost to do that. And the report on the drugs revolving programs and funds. Anything else, Madam Chair? Okay, and then before we go into all that, we'd like for you to give us some updates on the issue of Ebola. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pro Tem and Honorable Senators. Both topics are very important. The Ebola, as it is currently, epidemic in Central Africa and East Africa, as well as the absorption of volunteers, health workers on the payroll. When I got the communication concerning the volunteers health worker and also the budget, I was unable to come due to circumstances beyond my control. Yesterday, it was this morning or yesterday, I also was asked by my chair on health committee, Senator Daba, about the Ebola preparedness. So I came with the Director General of MPhil, Dr. Sia Kamano, who both of us will elaborate on the preparedness as it is currently. So, Honorable Pro Tem, on the 15th of May, the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo officially declared an outbreak of Ebola virus disease. And that was in the northern part of Congo. On the same day, the government of Uganda also declared an outbreak after the diagnosis of patients who traveled from DRC. Currently, as of yesterday, we have 996 suspected cases that are under investigation in the DRC. I just want you to know that these statistics we are giving may be underestimated because DRC, as you know, is a country that has a lot of instability. There's a total of 240 suspected deaths that are being reported, and amongst those deaths, we have health workers. A total of 106 laboratory confirmed cases and 11 laboratory confirmed deaths in DRC and Uganda combined. According to WHO, this is a public health emergency of international concern. Africa CDC also graded this outbreak as grade 3, it's a high risk due to the confirmed cross-border transmission. Also due to the delayed outbreak detection because it is believed that this outbreak occurred since May and it was not, since April and was not detected until May. And also it's also a high risk because there is no licensed therapeutics, neither is there any licensed vaccine. At current, Liberia, we are focused on emergency response. There is no Ebola, there is no suspected, there is no probable, neither there's a confirmed case of Ebola in the country. But we are preparing that in the unlikely event of the disease importation, that we can be prepared. What the government is currently doing, we have established the Ebola National Preparedness and Emergency Operation. We have placed them on alert. There's enhanced surveillance for all viral hemorrhagic fevers. We have strengthened surveillance at the airports, borders, as well as entry points. There's enhanced laboratory preparedness and diagnostic capacity. We have also started conducting health workers sensitization and training. There's intensification of public awareness and risk communication. We are coordinating closely with WHO, US CDC, and Africa CDC, as well as other regional partners. Sometimes last year, I think it was sometime in September, to be exact, September 9 of last year, in Maryland County, Honorable Pro Tem, there was, I got a call from the county health officer that there was a case of viral hemorrhagic fever. And as soon as that call came through, we immediately alerted our county health officers and immediately our operational centers became on alert. We quarantined all those that came in contact with the patients because what makes it so unique, this patient came from the ship and there was no prior history. When the doctor called me, she said, I've seen a patient who died on the ship and was brought to Maryland, and I see signs and symptoms of viral hemorrhagic disease. So we collaborated with the Joint Security Force, the Army, the police, everybody got involved. We quarantined the entire area until we did a test in Liberia. It was negative. We also sent the test, the sample to Senegal to confirm the negativity of the sample that we collected. And once that was done, the body was released to the family. I say this to say that we are prepared. That was a test case for the country. Within less than 12 hours when we got the call, we quarantined everybody that had access to that particular body. We also immediately alerted the Joint Security, and it was in Maryland, so at all the checkpoints, we had the intersectoral collaboration with the other entities to ensure that if, in case it was a case of any viral hemorrhagic that was very deadly, it would not spread to the public. So that's how prepared we are. But I'm here to deal with the infill director, the DG, and she will elaborate further on the detail that's been done so far as it relates to preparedness and prevention. I just want to, before I turn it to the DG, I just want to state that we have some challenges, even though we are prepared, but there are challenges. And the challenges, financial challenges. We do not have financing. We also do not, the structures, the infrastructures that were in place during the Ebola, they are no longer there or they are dilapidated. They will need renovation. We need to pre-position materials. PPE has to be pre-positioned in the 15 counties because we have borders everywhere. We need emergency medications to be in country. This particular strain is very responsive to fluid. So we've been discussing whether we can start producing our own fluid. We have been doing that prior to this, and we have been working with the pharmacy board, the LMHRA, as well as the pharmacists at the Ministry of Health. They have done that before in Bon County, and they got a budget that we have been looking at to produce our own fluids in the country, our own hand sanitizers. Because if this becomes a pandemic, Honorable Senators, Protem will not be able to access fluids in the country because this is the treatment, the primary line of treatment, fluid as well as hand sanitizer. So if we can start producing, we have the manpower, we just need the equipment as well as the material and the commodities to be used for the production of our own fluids. So this is where I can say about this now, and I will ask the AMFIL boss to continue the discussion as it relates to the Ebola.
Honorable Pro Tem, Honorable Pro Tem, and Honorable Senators, I, Dr. Siawata Kamano, Interim Director General of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, INPHIL, am honored to speak before this body. Whilst Liberia is far stronger today than 2014, with advanced surveillance, laboratories, and emergency coordination built from the painful lessons of Ebola and COVID, these systems must be fully financed and rapidly expanded to match the current risk. The reality is clear. One undetected case could reverse our gains, but one timely investment can prevent a national crisis. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, has done a lot to prepare Liberia for any threats, public health threats such as Ebola. We have strengthened existing surveillance systems. We have also strengthened our border screening protocols. We have prepared an emergency preparedness plan and budget. We have coordinated with other agencies of government. We have increased public awareness, and we have implemented preventive measures. With regard to existing mechanisms, we are collaborating with the Ministry of Health with multiple surveillance approaches, including indicator-based surveillance, event-based, community-based, and rumor and media monitoring. Of all the 98 health districts in Liberia have district surveillance officers. The district surveillance officers work within the community structures. Wherever information or reports come from, they go in and they investigate. And we also have community health assistants who support our surveillance officers.
Speak a little louder.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Mark.
Okay. We have rapid alert investigation mechanisms to detect cases promptly, and our laboratory surveillance systems remain linked with our field surveillance. We also continue our active monitoring with our regional partners, and we monitor the epidemiological information from the region. So in summary, regarding our surveillance, Liberia's surveillance systems are designed for early detection, notification, investigation, and response to suspected cases. We have a trained workforce. We have trained over 200 field epidemiologists in country. by ENFIL in collaboration with US CDC affiliate. And we also have One Health Rapid Responders. I would like to remind this body that Ebola is a zoonotic disease, a disease that occurs in animals and transmits to humans. So it's important that we have human health and animal health experts working together, because we can import, God forbid, Ebola and other outbreaks can be imported to animals coming through our borders. With regard to border screening protocols, we have strengthened our surveillance at airports, seaports, and ground crossings. Of the 49 official crossing points, 8 are designated, and we have Port Health authorities at those. Our Port Health personnel have been trained and also sensitized with Ebola case definitions and reporting procedures. On a daily basis, all travelers are screened. It's mandatory to fill in a health declaration form. And we've also deployed IPC, infection prevention and control material, with PPEs, protective equipment, personal protective equipment. At the airport specifically, because of the distance of the DRC, Uganda to Liberia, the quickest route, should there be any threat, is to the airport. So we have, at this initial stage, we are focusing on strengthening our airport in collaboration with the airport authorities and immigration and the Liberia Civil Authority. We have installed a digitalized temperature scan that travelers are able to pass through uninterrupted, and we're able to check their temperatures. We also have a walk-through disinfectant that can disinfect you as you walk through. Through the instrumentality of the Ministry of Health, an ambulance, a new ambulance has now been donated and is at the airport. In case there's any suspect, it can be safely referred to the Liberia Center of Infectious Disease. We're also working with the airport authorities to communicate to the airlines to be compliant with our health procedures and to provide manifesto of travelers, would-be travelers. And we are working with a software developer to digitalize the health declaration form so travelers can fill the form prior to arrival and we can be better prepared. We have developed an emergency preparedness plan, which is adjustment of existing plans. Plans from Ebola and COVID have been adjusted, as well as SOPs. We have developed a budget for the preparedness stage that will cover about 3 months budget has been proposed. And that has been, we have forwarded that to the Honorable Minister of Finance. We also have technical pillars similar to our IMS structure. I would like to remind this body that Liberia is currently responding to 3 national outbreaks: monkeypox, Lassa fever, and measles. In the existing incident management system, we have a parallel structure now for preparedness of Ebola. So we have surveillance, laboratory, case management, infection prevention control, risk communication, and community engagement, logistics, and points of entry. We have now fully operationalized our call center. We have the 4455 hotline for all public health emergencies. So even if there's fire, any national disaster, any suspected case, medical emergency, the public is encouraged to call the 4455 line. Our technicians are trained to triage the calls, to listen for it, to ask relevant questions and refer to the relevant authorities. There's interagency coordination, and we would like to appreciate our interagency partners, joint security, immigration, and also public awareness. Our risk communication and community engagement has disseminated. We have banners and flyers that have been disseminated, and we're also preparing jingles and communication tools in the 16th vernacular. And lastly, We have set up preparedness coordination structure, enhanced our surveillance, our point of interest. We have sensitized our health workers. We are actively procuring our PPEs and IPC materials. Our labs are ready and on standby. We need to increase their reagents and consumables. We also are documenting travelers. And lastly, Liberia remains vigilant and continues to strengthen our preparedness measures to ensure early detection and rapid response to any potential public health threat. While no immediate cause for public alarm exists, maintaining preparedness remains a national priority to protect the health and safety of the Liberian population. I thank you.
Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, do you have any questions? I think she has some interaction on the issue of Ebola before continuing the hearing, Senator Yantonia.
Thank you, Madam President. Thanks to the Minister and the DG for the DG briefing and listening. It made me to have a little breather. But I'm concerned particularly about the centers. You keep saying, okay, you keep saying that we are prepared. Yes. But then if the major centers that are designated for, keeping patients at that, currently on par or renovated. My point now is, to me, that is ill-preparedness. Because I don't think you want to keep suspected cases in hospitals or amongst people. So if you say you don't have money for that, so I don't know do you have a plan right now, an emergency response plan for Ebola preparedness just in case? Because you might know more than I do that is the entire globe is impacting more right now than this waiting for anything to happen. So I really need to know whether you have a package put together now that you can present to the Senate or the executive to say in preparation for the unlikely. This is what we have right now to do this year, Madam Minister.
Thank you, Senator. We do have an emergency preparedness plan, and that plan entails preparedness as well as response. So now we are in the preparedness stage. So what we need budget for is preparedness. Now, after that, we have, because we want to prepare first before we have the response. So yes, WHO did an assessment of our system, and we are 69% prepared. Some countries are even 30%, 40%. So we give ourselves a tap on the back that we are prepared 69%. If a case arrives here now, the only place we have is the LCID, the Liberia Center for Infectious Disease Control, and I cannot give the location, but we have that place to host a patient. But the capacity is small. And that has to be replicated in the entire country. So we only have a small space here, so we do not have sufficient space. If the person crosses the border from Guinea into Nema, that person, there should be a holding center. We are identified somewhere, but we need to do some renovations around the country as well as doing pre-positioning of materials.
That's exactly my point. And then
Yeah.
do we have a budget for that?
We do.
Have you presented to the executive, to cabinet?
We presented it to the executive, not yet cabinet. And we also presented to the pro tem as well as the speaker.
Thank you.
You presented already, my office? Well, they haven't presented it, they said, and that was make that.
Okay.
All right, Senator Joyce Sokwe.
Yes, Madam President. Madam Minister, with respect to level of preparedness, you say you are 69% prepared. How do you measure your level of preparedness?
So there are indicators for the measurement of the preparedness.
I guess something.
So the
You need to answer some
if
questions.
you look at surveillance, whether you have your surveillance team in place. I have been a surveillance officer before. So you look at your surveillance system, whether we are capable of detecting the cases when they come to our facilities. We also look at a rapid response team. I just gave a scenario that there was a suspected case of EBD and then of, not EBD, of hemorrhagic fever, hemorrhagic fever that responded to immediately less than 12 hours. So whether whether you have a dignified error, because those are what they assess. So if you remember during the Ebola and COVID, we have a dignified error.
Who was they?
That shown in other parties. Yeah. We have this IMS and other partners who will do the assessment of the system. So contact tracing, do we have the capability to do contact tracing? Yes. Then also look at operations and support logistics. That way we keep our lowest percentage in, because those are the ones that we're lacking. Travel, the IPC, case management, our laboratory, what our laboratory prepare, how many samples they can do right now. Let's say there's a case, are we able right now? Are we capable of detecting that case and laboratory confirmation? Yes. But suppose the cases get so many, do we have the capability for 500 cases? No. So we need to bring in more laboratory materials and then the coordination. We need to coordinate all those things are the one that are being assessed. You can see the infield course myself here. I will coordinate with immigration, those at the airports, and other inter-agency, the justice systems, and the executives, who are coordinating. We are here with you today, coordinating with you.
So, you know, the thought of Ebola is fear already. People are fighting Manchester that name Ebola. We've seen the experience here. We have it. Are your people who you assign to your different positions, are they upbeat? Are they in top spirit, in top gear to do this work? Because they themselves are at risk.
So, just the name Ebola is threatening. I don't care how strong-hearted you are. When there's a case of Ebola, they shake you to the core. Because from the history that we have had, over 4,800 deaths, of which we have good number of death workers. Because we are the front liners when it comes to this disease. And over 11,000 illnesses, those that recover from the Ebola disease. So my people are prepared, but mentally, they have to also be prepared. We have to keep on talking, training them. And that's why I'm happy that we're here today, because there's a correlation between volunteers getting on the payroll and Ebola. Because the volunteers are on the payroll and you have the annual health centers, would it be motivated? Would be demoralized.
Correct.
So this is almost a correlation between the both. So I'm very happy and excited that this volunteer issues, we can address it and move forward with it.
Now, I hear you talk of some machine at the airport that will.
Desanitize.
Yes. Is it mandatory to go through those machines, or we'll get some prestigious passengers that you won't give respect when they get people with a passport and that's supposed to go?
Can I prevent permit the infield boss to speak to them?
Honorable Pro Tem, Honorable Pro Tem, and Honorable Senator, Ebola is not a respecter of persons. It doesn't pick and choose, and neither do we as public health practitioners. It will be mandatory. That's why it's a walkthrough. You have to pass through to proceed. It is one of the layers of intervention. Hand washing being the most cost effective. So we have mounted sanitizers along the arrival suite. We've also have digital thermometers that can detect temperatures without having to contact the person or from a distance. So it is mandatory, and we encourage, and I will permit me to make a plea to this body to join us in advocating for all Liberians to adhere to public health measures. Thank you.
And a final question will go back to you, DG. We usually, when we are doing these level of measurement and preparedness, we are talking about our neighbors and ourselves. Are you working in collaborators with our neighbors, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ivory Coast, and likes?
Honorable Pro Tem and Honorable Senators, Liberia is part of the Mother River Union, and as such, we are active in cross-border coordination. Importantly, I and a team of technicians, in the beginning of this month, end of last month, we're in Sierra Leone, and we met our counterparts at the National Public Health Agency of Sierra Leone, where we agreed upon certain things in terms of cross-border coordination, in terms of surveillance, in terms of sharing data, sharing information. And recently we were asked to confirm whether Liberia had a case, and we were able to inform our neighbors, because what happens in Liberia affects Sierra Leone and Guinea. So we do share information, we do collaborate. And also we are part of ECOWAS, and as such we also coordinate and collaborate at that sub-regional level. We also have joint platforms, WhatsApp groups that we are getting information every hour around the clock. So we do, to answer your question, we are in collaboration, in constant communication with our neighbors.
Some of these information, madam, are distorted.
Sir, that will be your last question.
Okay, what are we doing to mitigate that situation? Because somebody just recently announced to Liberian people, one of the health workers, that there was some people that came from, I think, DR Congo or something. Uganda. Okay, Uganda, wherever they came from. But they were here from a church conference. How do we now, because lately we understood that there was force, how do we now differentiate, or what are you doing to mitigate that?
So, Honorable Senator, Honorable Pro Tem and Senator, currently we have 16 travelers in country that we have screened from the affected regions. We have travelers through our point of entry officers. We have screened and are currently closely monitoring in collaboration with our district and county health teams. We have 16 travelers from those areas, but they don't have any symptoms, they don't have any contact, but we're monitoring them actively. We have people from Uganda, we have people Liberians that have returned home from the sub-region, we have a Canadian, there's one person from DRC and other countries, but we are monitoring them closely, making sure that they are asymptomatic. So the first thing is, we had 3 conferences in Liberia during the past week, and we had international guests coming for those conferences. And so with the sensitization that is taking place, all health facilities are on alert, and in-service training is being done. So the clinicians have been reminded of case definition, they've been reminded to wear their protective equipment, they've been reminded about possible cases. It's like a drill. We have simulations where you explain what could happen. So what we believe is there was misinterpretation of a scenario, and there was fabrication. So there was wrong information given by the wrong person in the wrong manner. So should a clinician or a health worker be concerned about a suspected case, there's a channel of reporting. Each district, each zone has a surveillance officer. In JFK, there are 2 trained surveillance officers that you should alert, and then the team will come and investigate the case. Once the case is investigated, we'll take samples. The samples, if they should be positive, they will be confirmed. The Minister of Health will be informed, and she will inform the President, and then an outbreak is announced. Health security is national security. The same way we take national security It's the same when we take out security. It has international and national repercussions. Thank you.
Senator Brown.
Thank you, President. Some of the issues I had are already been addressed, but let me thank the minister and the DG for Intel for their appearance and for the presentations they have made. The first thing I want to know was whether we had a national plan for our response, and I listened to the MPhil director, that is good. I want to know whether it was costed and was going to feed you. And she said that there's a budget, so I'm cool with that. The next thing I want to know from the minister, I think she answered, but maybe she can address it again. In the event, we don't want that, but in the event that there's a discovery of a suspected case, do we have a venue ready, prepared, that we can take that person for treatment? Yes, I just want a confirmation.
Yes, Senator, it's called the Liberia Center for Infectious Diseases.
Thank you.
It's LCID.
Okay, I listened to, I don't know the details of the plan, but I'm worried. And thank you for the interventions you put at the back, I think, the major entry point. What about our legal counties? I'm from Maryland. I listened to the minister when she was giving an example of Maryland. I almost went out of my chair. But thankfully then she said it was negative. How well has the plan covered the legal counties, especially the border points that not the RIA or some of the officials, but how well does the border plan cover my county and other counties, all of them are? Thank you.
Honorable Pro Tem, honorable senators, like Liberia has a national emergency preparedness plan that covers all counties, all districts, all health facilities. Currently, we're responding to 3 outbreaks. So what happens with the potential threat of Ebola? We activated the existing structures. We have 8 official ports of entry, of which we have Port Health, and they do screening. So the county health teams throughout Liberia have been placed on alert, and each county has a public health emergency operations center where they receive information. It's like we'll say like the war room, where they receive information throughout the counties and they relay it to the national. So the borders, we do screening of all travelers, and especially for Maryland, I must commend historically, Ivory Coast has been very good. The history of our past outbreaks have been coming from Mold, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. The Ivorians are very stringent when it comes to their own. So, but nonetheless, we're still collaborating and we're strengthening. And that's why today is very important, because our port health officers, most of them are volunteers. We have 42 port health officers that were previously supported through Global Fund, implemented by Plan International. And effective December 2025, they are no longer receiving anything. So it's very important that during this time, as we prepare for a possible threat of Ebola, we need to make sure that those on the forefront are motivated and well taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Senator Jala, followed by Senator Taylor.
Thank you, President. I have 4 small questions. Number 1, talking about the coincidence of volunteers versus Ebola workers. May I ask, is volunteer part and parcel, is there a volunteer part and parcel of this appropriation for volunteer workers? Are they integrated?
Oh, what's the question again? I'm sorry, Senator?
We have been trying to address the issue of volunteer workers.
Yes.
Now we have an outbreak that's set directly on the head of the Minister of Health, Dr. Unfair.
Yes.
Is their staffing question integrated in the request for volunteer?
Yes, Senator, they are part of it.
Number two, you talk about data, the data issue that is now being arranged. Prior to the end of the last Ebola era, there was data, and am I correct? For travelers.
Yes, there's this COBO, it's called COBO that will collect data from the airport and other point of entry. It has been reactivated.
And that has to be prior to the date of departure. Am I correct?
So we're still working because we haven't done that yet. We have to get, like, for instance, at the airport, we need the, the manifest before the plane arrives, so know where people are coming from, and before they leave the departure. So we're still working with the airport authority on that.
Okay, the last outbreak of Ebola will be measured whether the person has infection. If we can't in contact with any group of people, the measurement, the ordinary person have like 4 days waiting period. If you don't fall asleep or ill in 4 days, then maybe you can say hallelujah. Am I correct with that assumption? Is that the same case today?
The incubation period is 21 days. I don't know which strain because there are 6 strains of Ebola. Yes, so I think it's 21 days. Yeah. You can say between 2 to 21 days. So if a person, even after 4 days, you can still keep on observing the person until after 21 days.
Okay, you know what I was saying is that the individual in the house who is not being suspected of anything or on their own calculation, because like one time I went in a public place during the Ebola time, I showed them with 63 people. So when I left, I got concerned. I went to a program. I don't want to say the program. I showed them with 63 people. Luckily, I had a bottle of alcohol in my car. Those are products not in the US trying to measure. So luckily, I had a bottle of alcohol in my car. When I got there, I washed my hair and everything. But I was checking for 4 days. After the 4 days, I didn't have fever. So I said, well, I'm okay. So I'm just saying there has to be some awareness as to how people go about checking. That's why I asked the question.
Okay. So thank you for that question, Senator. You know, one of the limiting factors we have our cultural practices.
Yes.
Sometimes you go somewhere, even there's an outbreak, you do not shake hands. Our traditional people get angry, the man is so proud. That's why the community involvement sensitization is very important. Very, very important. That's high risk to shake hands during an outbreak. Please don't do it next time. In the 4 days are not sufficient.
Minister, since the 4 days were already.
So then from 2 to 21 days, so even that just take for everything constant, if you have nothing infected, if you check your 4 days, then you have gone to another person and start spreading. So please, Senator, please, in the future.
Let me ask one last question. How safe are the safe workers who are going to be protecting us in view of the last Ebola outbreak experience on schools of health workers who directly victim and sorrowfully too?
So, the training and having the equipment and materials for the work is very important. Very, very important. You need training to build a capacity because it needs some time. So they need to be retrained on the duffing and donning, as well. That is taking off the PPE, putting it on, and also on the Ebola protocols, as well as because you have staff attrition. We have new staff, there are new people that have been employed at those various areas and also need to be retrained.
Thank you for that.
Well, Senator General.
Thank you, Madam President. Minister, Madam Head of NCL, I'm listening to you, I heard you, but I got some questions. And I will be pointed, so nothing I'll be boring you with my questions. Do we have Ebola in Liberia now? Question.
No, emphatically, no Ebola,
What
no.
about please?
And
Emphatic no, there's no Ebola in Liberia. No suspected, no confirmed, no probable case of Ebola in Liberia presently.
Did you hold a press conference today regarding information surrounding Ebola? Question.
A press conference, no.
Did you issue a statement today?
No, we did not.
Where's the news coming from that NCL spoke today about 16 travelers coming from the east? Question.
So I received a communication dated the 22nd of May, 2026, from the Honorable House of Representatives, the chief clerk, requesting me to present to the plenary and provide comprehensive updates on our preparedness for Ebola. And during that update, I informed the body of the 16 travelers that have been actively monitored that came through the airport, that were attending conferences for Liberians that were returning home, or diplomats that have been currently monitored, and I quoted the different nationalities. So I think, I'm not sure, but I'm.
So you spoke today?
Yes, at the lower house.
Okay.
That press conference.
The 16 travelers from, some of them from Uganda, according to you, are they all Nigerians?
No.
Or none of them is women?
There are 3 Liberians, 9 Ugandans, 1 Canadian, 1 from Ethiopia, 1 from Kenya. So thereabout.
When did they come to like, when did they arrive or return like?
So we started collecting this information last week. So some came, we had the AfroSci, the GAC conference, auditors from all over Africa. I think Maritime also had a conference, and currently there's a scientific conference, Africa BioCelebrate Lab, of which we have delegates from Africa CDC. And so some are Ugandan diplomats, some are Ugandan doctors that are working, some are, so there are various category of people.
So Ebola scare is in the east, correct? From Congo and Uganda. And you have all this information, why do you keep it from your pocket?
Honorable Senator,
Yes,
I was privileged to make an appearance at the Ministry of Information brief last week, where I informed the public of what is transpiring and what measures have been put in place. We have also released several communications about the status of Ebola, and Liberia is responding to 3 outbreaks, and one of them is Lassa fever. Lassa fever is a disease similar to Ebola in that it presents with bleeding. So any suspected case of Lassa fever in Liberia automatically gets tested for Ebola. So we have, even since 2014, Liberia is routinely tested for Ebola.
so no Ebola in Liberia.
No Ebola.
If there's Ebola, we'll hear from you.
Emphatically, you will hear from the Minister of Health. She is.
You won't delay how you delay the information about people coming from Rwanda and Uganda. This is serious matter. That your information today is making breaking news as though it's the first time saying it, contradicting what an audio from a nurse put up there. That's why I'm asking a lot of questions.
So the group is 9 redundants did not come on the same day. They have come over a period of a week. The information has not been withheld. It has been provided where asked. The issue of delay, the Minister of Health is authorized to declare an outbreak. So once there's confirmation, immediately we inform the Minister of Health, and then the executive is informed that the outbreak is announced. This is to avoid panic and to make sure that the case is well handled.
Okay, so will you
Senator, let me just add on to what the DG said. During outbreaks, you do not stigmatize citizens from African countries. You remember during the Ebola outbreak, we had citizens from Liberia still going to the US, as well as citizens going to different countries around the world. And when they arrived, as deadly as the Ebola disease was in West Africa, the other countries were still accepting us. So you do not stigmatize people. What you do, you just ensure that you have a strong surveillance. You screen them, their laboratory testing, you test them to ensure they do not have the disease. And then you have a rapid response system in place to be able to respond to those cases, the true in case they arrive. The border where the case is in the northern part of Congo, those questions were asked. So we ask questions. There's this form that you ask questions. Where were you? How many persons you interacted with? What part of this place you came from? So all those questions take into place. So it is public health wise, you do not stigmatize countries and stop them from coming to your country because they have an outbreak in their country. Because they reciprocated. They will definitely be reciprocated. If you stop people from coming, they will reciprocate to like US in case it happens.
I got that. So you say you need money.
Yes, sir.
How much?
For the first 3 months period, I read it, permits me or not, I don't want to be like, I don't want to answer your questions, but I've noticed that you spread the wildfire and it gets distorted. Permits me, protein to give that information to you, at a different time, not in this time. Why I say so, because I've noticed that, once you say there's an outbreak or case in Liberia, most people come and say the health sector looking for money.
Madam Minister, when you leave from here, there's something happening out there. The public will say the budget here already in process or progress. They will say the government already here or nothing. How much you need? Question.
Yes, so we have a budget to present to the group, and please permit us to present it to us first before we discuss it.
Okay, the fact that you're looking for money, it means you didn't plan for this.
Plan for Ebola.
For any eventuality.
So Liberia is epidemic prone. So it's not me who plans. I'm sure the finance has contingency in case of any eventuality. What I have been proposing the senior management team as well as Enfield, that next time, like in this budget year that's come, we have an emergency fund. It be specified in the budget, emergency fund, because we are epidemic for health purposes in case of any eventuality that comes up. So we can just go to that emergency fund and start working with it before we go to finance ministry.
So you're the head of the health sector, correct?
Yes.
What's the budget for the health sector 2026? Yeah, we pass.
Initially, it was 102 million.
Yeah.
And then the supplementary budget, it was about a little over 8 million that was added, so currently it's about 100.
And from donor partners?
So from donor partner, it's difficult to give an exact figure. Why? Because we, at the beginning of every year, we ask our donor partner to let us know how much they received. Some will answer and some wouldn't. But amongst the donor partners that gave us those figures, approximately, So with all those that gave us the figures, it looked like, and they have on budget spending or budget spending. So we looked at the various donor partner, it was approximately 135 million. But that money, because of what happened previously in the previous years, the donors do not bring money to the Ministry of Health again. Only very few donors give the money to the Ministry of Health. So they are implementing. Take for instance, a donor, whatever money they bring for them to implement, if a donor is implementing everybody of their health, that money is counted like the money for the Ministry of Health, rightly so. But that money does not mean it goes to the Ministry of Health account. Only very few donors place money in the Ministry of Health account.
No, that was not my question, madam.
What's the question?
I said the budget for the health sector.
I said 110.
And donor,
So if you add, that's what I'm saying, is to get the exact figure for the donor, I would say.
it's captured in the budget.
No, in the budget is about 73 million, I think. They didn't say specifically that I saw 73 million dollars. It was not specifically that, but when you look at those various categories, I saw one line, the only person that gave support on those various lines was working. So you can see that you see AFD, you see
You got
working.
rent
Yes.
and you got loan. Totaling to 73 million.
Yes.
That is in addition to the 102 million.
In addition, under Senator permitting to tell you in addition does not mean the money comes to the health sector. It means that finance capture that, because if I have an NGO called Louis, because my name is Louis, and I'm supporting EPR, then I bring 10 million. I will tell finance minister I brought 10 million to the Ministry of Health. But that implementation, I am implementing.
You know the health sector.
That's correct.
That's
Yeah, that's
So
what
the
I'm saying.
health sector has 173.
Honorable Senator permits me to say that because sometimes the information goes out, the way it is explained,
Yeah.
people don't understand it. Health sector does not have that.
So the health sector is not benefiting from the donor fund.
No, that health sector, we are heavily donor reliant. They support us, like for instance, the vaccines, the donations, the vaccines, like all the malaria medications. Is what that is being bought by the donors. They buy the malaria medication, the HIV medications, the tuberculosis medications. They also give us equipment. They give us a lot of things. They support us heavily. They do. So those are the money that we calculate. It becomes the 73 million.
That's what I'm
73
making.
million that came.
No,
But the woman here also there, and Honorable Senator. So if my agency is called Louis, and Louis paying her staff to be in Liberia, is capturing the 73 million.
Hold on now. So what's the health budget for 2026? Captured in the budget.
So from the government, it's correct. The health sector, which means all entities that the government supports, is $110. So the donors support is 110 million, sorry. Then also the money by donors, which may capture infill, because the laboratory agents and donors are also supporting it. So all of that, 73 million. But some people may think that 73 million is coming to the coffers of the health sector. No, 73 million is being supported because donors buying medications, they are supporting some staff. Those are what we call the money going towards the health sector. I just want to make that explanation.
So you haven't answered my question. What's the budget for the health sector?
110 million from government.
So we remove the 73.
Because the 73 is not explicit. Only word I saw 73 for all the various entities, the other donors. I saw the African Bank who do receive money from the
How much the 102 million for health ministry?
health minister.
Ministry,
The ministry is for 75 million.
77.
What?
Out of the 77, how much is for health workers? All of Ministry of Health.
59%.
Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome. And this is how I like to welcome you back to another edition of our homeless show, the Nightly Exchange. welcome. Thank you for being here with us tonight. We appreciate you always for hanging out with us and why we share our, you know, our thoughts, our end of the discussion. And we encourage you to also join us if you would like to. The link is in the comment section and feel free. This is a safe space here. That every Liberians come here to your own, to have your input. And none of us here are journalists. We're not doing journalism 101 here. What is that noise, guys? I'm hearing
Got
myself.
no idea. Let me mute myself to see what is coming from me.
Is that you, Mr. Davis? Oh, yes, it is.
How you know that me?
Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Let's see.
Yeah, so we are here. Everyone on here have their own thought and responsible for what it says, and we all have our own, side and how we want Liberia to go and which way we're leaning. And we're just here to talk, as young Liberians, old Liberians, middle-aged Liberians. We're here to just, chime in on the discussion of the happiness in our country and in our surroundings areas, right? Even though we don't do much of that, but that's the goal, to be talking about Africa so at large. Okay, but mostly we're here to talk about the good, bad, and ugly of Liberia. And please join us. Feel free to chime in. Comment.
Please mute that man, yeah?
I know. Comment and subscribe. Liberia Watch News. You can find us on Liberia Watch News on YouTube, on Facebook. And let's have a conversation. All right. Guys, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at some clown we got in a comment section called Vasco. He got his clown suit on right now.
Thank you, Vasco, because she's
kind of funny. He's kind of funny.
She already told the first line about that safe space here. Who does it in space safe?
It is a safe space. So I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't feel safe, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what you're not feeling safe about, but this is a safe space for anybody. The only thing is, I guess Josh can't stand the heat. That's why he doesn't feel safe. But yeah. But anyways, hi guys. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? How was the Memorial Day for us, Mr. Davis? George doesn't know anything about that. Yeah,
That's
welcome, you guys. Welcome, George.
Yeah, Amy, thank you so much for having us. It's a wonderful day. We look forward to a really fiery show. The lot has been happening. So I want to welcome our listeners. Please invite others to watch because the knowledge we bring to this place is terribly confusing. We'll try to, to make sure that we are our best, this time so that we can give you exactly what you deserve. So look, welcome someone. And maybe you need to put us our logo to cover that StreamYard thing.
I know, right? They're not paying us for that.
Mm-hmm. We're not advertising them, paying them money. So we're not going to advertise them. So let's have a wonderful show. A lot has happened. So on my mind, I just want to start with what is on my mind.
Hold on. First,
Okay.
I would love to. Hold on, I should have done this something. But anyway, I can still do it. So give a big. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do this. First, before we go into it, I would like to give a shout out to. Oops, never mind. But let me do it. Should I have done this? Sorry, you guys. Y'all know JJC. I am not tech savvy, so don't. Don't.
You're not blame somebody, so that's good, at least. Yeah. Because when somebody gonna say, "Yeah, Joe, we didn't do them where I was."
Oh my God! Here you go again. When I haven't even started yet, you know, start with your George. You got tantrum already. So first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Timothy.
Timo.
Please stop disturbing us.
Oh,
Timothy, we
I can't be happy saying you, my people.
Timothy, we are the as we all know, for claiming a spot. Of course, we all knew he was gonna do that. He's a very talented young man, like his dad, on the U.S. Soccer team for the World Cup 2026 World Cup. I said, congratulations to Timothy Weah, and I say continue to shine and win. There go from our first lady cheering her baby boy on, and President Weah as well. And we just want that shining light on the God himself. This is the best picture. He looks so handsome and cute. And we said, good job, team. Well done.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, you guys. Before we get started, just wanted to give a shout out to team. Before we
David, Morris can go ahead. And David can go ahead after y'all come.
You still mute. He can't unmute himself. So I'll be putting in time out like that. Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to say to welcome everybody that listening to the program. Please share the show. If you want to come, the link is also there. Share the show, call somebody, invite somebody to be part of the program. I hope we are come to give what the Liberian needs. We are not come to give our selfish idea or our belief or to sell ourselves to one person.
Amen.
To sell ourselves to Liberia. We belong to Liberia, we don't belong to individual. So let's go to Liberia and say what is right. Thank you.
Don't you want to give a shout out to team?
I'm an American man,
Oh, that's not nice. But go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, that's some of the things we're gonna be talking here, and that's why we need to be telling our children that, you know what, when people become successful and you subscribe to them, you congratulate them, you know, those things can come back to you. You know what I mean? But you see, if you try to detest people for their own success, not because they took success away from you, but because they are successful, you don't like them. That's the problem. Then success can shy away from you as well most of the time. So look, Amy, you are right to say we want to congratulate Tim. Tim is a very talented player. The good thing is that there are so many players that are Americans that play around the world. Some of them did not get called to the national team.
Yeah.
And because they did not get called to the national team, they didn't say Donald Trump not like them. Or Donald Trump, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. For Tim, we had to go play for Marcel. Then Donald Trump helped him. It's because of the talent that he had. That's why they go, they scout him around the world. They say, you come to play for us.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not it. It's not even because that Joe Weah born him. That's because the talent he got. Because Joe Weah not born only one son, though. Joe Weah get plenty children. But they want is talented, so they scout him. So
well,
those who say
it can be one that bring us to you.
That's what I'm trying to say. So Joe Weah ain't get one son, Joe Weah ain't get two sons, he get more than 4 sons. But guess what?
You want somebody talking.
Yeah, feedback. Maybe you're going to fix some people with a system. So so we just want to congratulate Tim. Thank you so much for the hard work, because look, we see these people when they call them up and you see now the sources we can see, but the hard work that been waking up 4 a.m. Amy, you get son, you know what it means to go on the practice.
Yeah.
Say I know what that means, Amy. So now I can be tired, but you gotta go. So I just want to congratulate him for the hard work and his parents as well, because like he said his mom used to always, she had to wake up because the dad wasn't around, because the dad was busy, playing football as well. So the dad in other countries, they were in other countries, so his mom wasn't always
so
there.
So giving an excuse for his dad. You didn't know what his dad was up to.
I don't have to. But he said he looked up to his dad, but he said his mom was the one that was there. And I'm not gonna lie about that to say Joe Weah can be in 2 places, while he playing for how they call it, Chelsea, England. Then he's on in America. He gotta be there in the morning to wake him up to get on the field. No, I can't say that one. I don't care how I want to say. I want to praise Josh Weah. No, I can't say that one. So look, I just want to congratulate him. I know. Thank you for the hard work, my boy. You deserve it. And go and make Liberia proud and make the American people proud as well.
He knows the boy. He played for the United States of America.
Yeah. Yeah, but guess what? I mean, he flies our flag as well. Our blood is in him, you know. So we just want to appreciate, you know, him, because we also know that as soon as they talk about it, they will talk about Liberia. That what usually happen in the country. If you can get an Australian passport when you do wrong thing, they will say Liberian, Australian. Yeah, when you do good thing, they will say Australian. So he's doing the right thing.
Right? When they try
yeah, I saw your part with Caesar you so.
Well, they're doing good at the pacha. But anyway,
so we want to appreciate everyone involved who has helped this young man along the way, and may God continue to bless us all. Thank you, Eddie.
That's for sure. Tim is always gonna be attached to his dad. People who know soccer from watch Josh Weah play from his young days to now. That Weah name, when they see it on his jersey, they know that he's linked to one of the greatest that ever played a game, and that will always come as, Liberia will always.
I mean, mute yourself. I mean, you're affecting our ears.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with your feedback.
No, nothing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let's mute when somebody talking. It can be something. So that Liberia will always be attached to him because of his dad. Will always. So that's why, and he's a son. He's a brother. He's attached to Josh Weah. So anything good for him, we want the best for him. And I'm happy for him. And I say congratulations. And I knew he was gonna put him a spot. Like I said, he's one of the best out there that the US has. So it's not a surprise to me that he came a spot.
Just so you get this, I was listening to a channel in Jamaica. Jamaicans are cleaning him as well. They say he's a Jamaican.
His mom is Jamaican.
Yeah, and guess what? But guess what? Liberia, we are saying, no, he's not part of us. He's not part of us. You know what I mean? Jamaicans are cleaning him. They say that was son. He's for us.
Who's saying he's not part of Liberia, George?
People are seeing them playing for America. They playing for America, so they want to even congratulate him. They're right here on the platform. You heard it.
Oh,
so I don't think. I don't think that's wrong. But
anyway, he's gonna win the trophy for America, but he's a son of Liberia, so that's a good. And he's the son of the former president of Liberia, so why not? Congrats, Tim. So let's move on. Now that we open the show with Tim Weah, shining, looking good, young. Go ahead and break a leg. No, not literally, but I mean, score all the goals in the tournament. That's what I mean. Let me not be Joe Boga daughter tonight and come with my pride with my metaphor.
you bring your dog business here. You
put in the back. For Tim to go to himself. So let me remove. Yeah, but yeah, no, for real. Congrats. So let's move on to what's on your mind? Come on. Mr. Davis, you ready to talk now? Because I don't know why you don't want to wish Tim congratulate him, but
absolutely.
So is that what you'll do to my son too when he's playing for the Eagles? When he playing for the Sisters, you'll say, "Oh, because he's playing for America, so I don't want to congratulate." Even though you know that Amy's son.
Listen, playing for the team is different than playing for a country. When you wear a country flag, you no more belong to the other country. So a team is different. Playing for the Eagle, I can share for you, I can congratulate you, I can say anything, because you are only playing for a team. But the day America and Liberia playing, I gotta take side with Liberia because I'm a Liberian.
Yeah, but Liberia is not in this game.
No, I'm just saying something. I'm just saying something. I just in case Liberia were in a World Cup, So
Well,
who do you think you're going to support?
we can have that
Your
argument.
former
But
president
since we are not there, we cannot have that argument.
I'm just saying something. So in case LeBron in the World Cup, what would be George Weah in his what position?
They will support America when America play any
Okay, they will not support Liberia.
When Liberia play America, then they will make a choice.
Mr. Davis, let's be honest here.
No, don't be just. Don't be just.
But this is what I'm saying. Let's be honest here, right?
Don't be honest.
That's
George Weah was paid by Liberian tax money. Foreign lady will also pay by Liberian tax money. They use the Liberian tax money.
Lady,
so when it comes to Liberia and United States play in the World Cup, you want to tell me to go support United States because I don't play there?
Mr.
Can I answer that question, Amy?
George Weah is not the president right now.
And whether he's not president or he's president.
But listen, let me say, George Weah is a father right now, as he should be. Take politics out of this. That's his son.
That's not politics.
He has every right to be there for his son, to support his son.
I mean, that's not a question. The question
Listen to me.
The question is,
if Liberia, allow me to talk.
Okay.
So if Liberia and America was playing right now, that is too many choice. That is a decision to make if he want to play for Liberia or not. His parents has nothing to do with it.
That's not a question.
If this man don't let me talk, I will put in the back.
I give you fair question.
He's not grown, but you gotta let me talk. I'm getting to the question. If you keep calling me off, how you will hear it? If he that's a decision to make, right? To play for whatever team he wants to play for. If he want to play for Liberia because his dad is from Liberia, what would Jamaicans say about him? Well, why did he play for Jamaica? Or what was, that's his choice. Maybe he doesn't want to choose his mom or his dad or whatever. Kids here, they think differently and want to play in the country that he was born in. That's his choice to make. But if he chose to play for Liberia, nothing wrong with that either. But George Weah can choose to go and support his son right now, right? It doesn't mean he's against Liberia. Because that's his son. He can support his son. If he's the president, that's a different ball game. He can go there. He will be cheering for his country because why he's the president for that country. But deep down inside of him, we know he's supporting his son, even though he won for his son. That's his blood. That's his offspring. Come on now, you can't put no spin on that one. Come on.
The question is the answer A. Liberia and United States playing. What would be George Weah in the white position?
Go ask George Weah. Let's continue our show.
I just told
you. Yeah, the man go ask George Weah.
Let
man go ask George Weah. Let's continue our show. Forget about that other argument.
Go ahead.
We'll not go anywhere.
So let me ask him this, George. So, Mr. Davis, if you had a son here, right?
Yeah.
And decide to do what Timothy Weah is doing, and you were the president for Liberia.
Yeah.
You will abandon your son because you say he chose to play for his birth country. You will abandon him because he's not playing for Liberia because you're the president of Liberia.
You had a nice question. We gotta be patriotic. That word patriot is different from any other word. National patriot, people with patriotic mind, we are different. If my son was playing for the United States and I'm the president of Liberia, or even a former president of Liberia, I will support Liberia. I'm not going to support my son's country. No. I want my country, Liberia, to beat United States. I'm not going to support because my son is playing for the United States. No. That's the decision he made because he was born in the United States. His mother from another country in the Caribbean island. And according to Liberia Constitution, by right, mother is obliged to be a Liberian citizen, but she refused to even hold Liberian passport. She didn't have Liberian passport. She was using United States passport and Jamaican passport. Only one time she was using Liberian diplomatic passport because she wanted to go
immigration man.
But when she came to America,
always the guy can always bring out what to show you. Can't ever say the more using this passport. How you know the more using something?
So let me tell you this. Patriotic is different.
Can't
The
pronounce
Jersey
the
is
word.
different. I say Timothy, we didn't decide. Timothy, we are already decided to play for United States because you were born in the United States. And he can't play for Liberia because he had one jersey for United States. There's no way he can only play for IU Barrow. He can play for team. He can't play for the country no more. He can.
What?
No,
That's
I'm
the
just
FIFA
telling you,
law. That's a FIFA rule.
yeah, there's a FIFA rule. When you wear a jersey for a country, you cannot play for any other country no more.
Well,
That's
why
the
is this
reason.
so something for you though? Why
That's
is
the
this
reason.
so
That's the
significant?
reason why we are never play for France because he naturalized himself as French citizen. But because he already wore Liberia jersey in the 80s, so he couldn't play for France.
Okay. We're just gonna move on, okay?
Okay.
Exactly.
Let's just
That's
move
kind of
on
nonsense.
because Mr. Davis, you can be a dead horse. And I'm not calling you a horse. Like I said, I'm Joe Barga's daughter. Because George Okanya said I'm calling you horse right now. That's what they can do. So
Well,
when people
Amy,
imparable or metaphor, like you say, is literal. You
But
gotta
the man advertising excavator behind his background. Why is he doing that?
somebody, the commenter said they will continue to show and save you from embarrassment. Because all that thing talking there, and so Tabata.
Yes, guys. So the CSA boss is being what? Came under fire, or he's being what is the word I'm looking for? Called out by Senator Connor about his participation in the Purple Revolution over the weekend. Was it the weekend or on Monday?
It was weekend. It was on Saturday or Sunday, one of them.
Yeah, Sunday, Saturday, one of them. Yeah, you something. So, as per the law says, well, in the Constitution, Mr. Davis, I know you're constitutional. Can you tell us what the law says?
And what about passport?
The law said the law is simple.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use government resources.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use government time to participate in any rally or whatsoever. But you can go there on your. You can go there and do anything you want to do there. But don't use government resources and government time.
Okay. So, with that being said, if that's what the law says, right? And people, not just American people, are calling him out that he calls out what? Emma Glasgow? What's the lady name? That's her name, right?
Yeah.
During the Judge we had time, and so he was on the same thing, and that's double standard. There's been a hypocrite. You can name it all the name in the word. He was being called that. So was that the same, or what is going on here with this? What do you think? You're giving all this. You said that's what the law says, right? So what did you see?
For me, both of them are not the same.
Please explain.
Because one, Emma Glasgow was working as tenure position. This guy is not working tenure position. You understand what I'm saying? When you work at tenure position, you gotta be independent. You're not supposed to even be part of any political party. Because you're working at tenure position, you're not working with the will and pleasure of the president. But for this guy, he's working with the will and pleasure of the president. So by working tenure as central bank governor, then he told United Party teacher he put it on you. We know everybody are not neutral, right? But he cannot show it out there.
Like it bold, right?
Yeah. So by her wearing CDC t-shirt, it was wrong because she's doing tenure position.
Okay.
But that guy is not doing tenure position. And they can't tell, what kind of car the man ride to go to the rally. And it was not government time. He didn't use government time.
It was on a Sunday.
Yeah, they were not government time. Government time from Monday to Friday. Emma Glasgow used government time and used t-shirt that belong to a political party. And this is not even a political party. It's just something where they're going to say we got to support because it's not registered. They don't have no registration. Whether they go say we went to NEC get a certificate. No, they don't get one like that.
But did it say just political party or gatherings? Did the law say political party on it or any political gathering?
How do we describe it as political gathering? It's just the way a city Moluba Modu get his group. It's not a political party, it's not a pressure group.
Is that what someone for that call this? A pressure group? Or
that's a group to promote Joseph Boakai. It's not a political party. They're working on article incorporation. They're not working on NEC. They're not being licensed. They're not being registered.
You done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. George?
Yeah, even so, no, thank you so much. You know, what I want to say is that everyone that works in Liberia as a public officer, you are.
I'm eating. CDC talk.
Mute yourself, please. Yeah. Mr. Davis, please mute yourself.
The feedback. It wasn't me, Miller. Go ahead.
Yeah. So everyone who works in Liberia in the public service, you are governed by one act called the Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct in section 5.1 strictly says that you cannot get involved in political canvass, even if you are appointed by the president. 5.1 of it say all officials appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia shall not engage in political activities. They even say it must be campaign. They say political activity. Anything that has political activities in it, you cannot participate. The 5.1. Then go out and come back in.
Are you serious?
I can hear you, but I can hear him.
Yeah, but go out and come back.
No.
Go out and come back in.
Yeah, try and go out and come back and see.
So, like what I was saying, they say in 5.1 they say in A they say shall not engage in political activities, canvass or contest for elected position, use government facility, equipment or resources in support of partisan or political activity, or cannot hold another position in a party. So that's the code of conduct. So whether you are, because even the people who are on tenure position, they are appointed by the government, the president. You know what I mean? The president can appoint you, but the position they appointed at the position get a tenure, not you get a tenure. So that position has a tenure. So anybody that enters that position, that tenure supersedes, right? That person become a tenure officer. So when the president can appoint everybody besides the civil servants, right? So all the political appointment the president can make, they are all public servants. So regardless of whether you are tenure or not tenure, you are still a public officer appointed by the president. So you are not allowed to get involved in any political activities. And what happened on that Sunday was a political activity, because NIBO was funded to support President Boakai re-election or in anything he does. So in that nature, it was all political. So Mr. Jokia, who is a CSA boss, shouldn't have gone there. The second thing is that he has been dismissing people for getting involved in politics while they are working the government. He dismissed people from the CSA, and then the CSA MCC, which is a Murray City Corporation. He dismissed people from the executive mansion as well, because he said they wore party t-shirts. So he dismissed them.
When was that?
The EPA, they were from the security sector at the executive mansion. So if you just Google it, check it up, you'll see exactly what happened there. So he did those things, and now he's saying that he's not He's not a civil servant, so he cannot be held to the same standard that he subscribed to. So I mean, it's just this government continue to break all the laws with no consequences. They continue to do whatever they want to do, and when you talk it, you get tired. You sit down. Nothing. They don't move. They don't do anything. They don't shift. They just sit there, and you can do whatever you want to do. You get tired, and that's what it is. They just bastardize the entire legal system or the laws that we have in our country. The first thing the president came to office, when he took the post from LTA, the president no LTA, he get that tenure position. He can't take post from there. He said, okay, so the court took the people back. Then from there, he said, okay, the corruption are taking all of them from there. When he took them from there, now, what the corruption and no corruption on the people, you gotta pay them. He did that to people again at the CBL, Central Bank of Liberia. He said they corrupt. He moved it from there. He put a relative there at CBL who used to work with the bank that used to help him with all of the article. Is one of the banks that he was working with, because the guy who was at the central bank that was working at a bank before. So I mean, it is not surprising for me. I'm a little bit exhausted with discussing the excesses of this government when it comes to bastardizing our laws. It is uncountable, and I don't know where we will get before people will realize that, because we still got people who are backing them for doing what they are doing. Yesterday was bad. Today is okay to do. It's ridiculous. I mean, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm exhausted and I will sound like a broken record to continue to say, oh, they did this one. So what Mr. Joker is saying does not make any legal or any logical sense, because you cannot do such thing and say, can you imagine this man wrote and said, I just dismiss people for getting involved in politics. He wrote that on Facebook. And he said, I am the person who will keep the laws of this country. In government, when you're in government, you can't do this, you can't do that. And he went to do it. And now he's telling, oh no, I'm not civil servant. Who tell you say civil servant is the only person that can be governed by the code of conduct for public office or public official. The law is public official. So when you work for government, you are in public position. You shouldn't do that. Well,
so was it wrong? Was it wrong before, George?
You said what's wrong before? I mean, anything that against the law is wrong.
When Emma,
we are talking about now. When we're talking about now, you see that the problem we have, right?
No, I'm asking you a question. Don't tell me what we're talking about. I'm asking you, was it wrong before?
I don't know.
Okay. You done? Oh, you on the phone? Well, we gotta move on.
I'm not on the phone. I thought you were saying something. So look, the thing is that if you say the previous government did it, it was bad. So they were destroying our laws, taking our country backwards. So remove them, and then you bring the government, and the government is doing it. Instead of also talk about what the government is doing, you want us to take us back to the place you say what our bad. So you want to compare bad with something that was sort of big good. For me, I don't have the energy for that. So what I'm going to say is that Mr. Jokia did not have any legal backing for what he did. And those who are talking about removing him, I think it's the right thing to do, because he's too arrogant for the liking of the Liberian people. We implore him, we give him a position. He's living on our taxpayer money, so he cannot be doing anything that he wants to do. Thank you.
Thank you. So the reason why you can't come here and insinuate why I'm asking you a question, and you chose not to answer the question, you're just supposed to keep moving, but don't come to you want to guess what my intention is for asking you the question or whatever, which that is wrong. You chose not to answer the question because you keep calling this wrong, and this government broke all the laws already, and then we're talking about it being done before. You did not. So I was asking you if it was wrong before, because you did not mention anything about it being wrong before. You wouldn't have seen it so heinous and whatever now. And I'm not saying that because it happened before, it should happen today. That's not what I'm saying. But hearing it from somebody like you, I want to see if you can admit to it the way you so disgusted about it now. If you thought it was the same as back then, and from what I've read so far, because I have come to believe that these things was only tenure positions, right? For wherever these pictures of whatever that flying around come from, I don't know, but what it says is public officials, right? And president appointees. I didn't see anything like tenure, and I wish I could get my hands on the Constitution myself to see, but I always thought it was tenure that was something applied to that you couldn't do that. But from what I read so far, if it is true, if it's not no AI flying around, then it's wrong, right? That they're doing
it. Amy, to a point, he already wrote to debunk it, so that means it's true.
So
he did not say he did not wear it. He said because he's not civil servant. That's why.
Let me show me what he wrote, right?
He wrote a t-shirt.
He said that he struck back at Senator Connell. He said civil servant agency has issued a blistering Josiah Joker civil servant agency issued a blistering response to a call so-called misleading, attack, and deliberate dishonest desertion by Bapolu Senator Amara Kone in a strong. Well, I'm going to pass out of that and go to what he said.
The thing that man wrote a long thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to say a little bit of what he said. Let me pass by all the commentating and all that. Okay, so this is what he said from. Okay, so he accused Amara Kone of spreading falsehoods about his role and conduct and authority as head of CSA. He said he dismissed the senator comparison between him and former NAFA boss Amma Glasso as false and misleading and intellectual dishonesty, arguing that Glasso held a tenure position, right? So this is what I'm saying, why he served as a political.
So what is hard about this to understand, Amy? I just quoted this.
Jones, let me read. People watching stop something. Let me read. So he argued that Glasgow held a tenure position while he served as political appointee who operates under a completely different legal framework. That's his word. So that's what I said. If what's going on around is not AI, then I don't know. He emphasized that he is not a civil servant and therefore not bound by civil servant regulation, calling Connor claim deceptive and dishonesty, right? He also clarified that he is not a member of any political party, though he's maintained the constitutional right to support a candidate of his choice. Oh, too much commentating. Hold on. Addressing criticism of his attendance at a recent NEMO event, Jokai said the gathering occurred on a Sunday and did not violate any law or interference with his duties. He accused Senator Connor of fueling bitterness. I don't want to go through the name calling and stuff, but this is what he said. He's not a tenure position. He's the program occurred on a Sunday, and he's not part of any political party. So, and then what he said about the civil servant employees, right? He also rejected Connor's assertion that employees of the Monrovia City Corporation were disciplined for political reasons. According to Jokai, The action taken were based on repeatedly misconduct, public insults, disinformation, of false information, and violation of professional standard. No serious government anywhere tolerates tolerates indiscipline and coordinates attack from individuals serving within its own institution, he stated. So, George, what you just said is not what he's saying here, right? He said he dismissed them. You heard why he said it. He didn't say he dismissed them because they were doing political activities. So, like I said again.
Can I say something to that?
From what I said, from what I've seen so far, if that is what is actually out there in the code of conduct, then they are wrong for doing that as well, as it was wrong yesterday. But from what he's saying is what I always thought, that this only applies to tenure position and not everybody else. But I'm seeing something else. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so he dismissed people for posting on Facebook. And the Facebook post was not insult. The Facebook post was asking for their pay. But they posted on Facebook. He dismissed them because he said it was not proper. Somebody posted on their Facebook page, and then he dismissed them for that. Not that they insulted anybody. For improper conduct, he said they shouldn't have posted their salary matters on Facebook. Who does that? And the thing is, he said he's not a civil servant. The Code of Conduct, Section 5, verse 1, it said clearly that you should not get involved in any political activities once you're appointed by the president. So I don't know, where his reliance is, but he's wrong. He's just trying to hide face or to save his face from the disgrace, but he knows he's wrong. So look, I mean, it's just another example of this government bastardizing our laws, just throwing it everywhere and finding ways around the law, and to breaking the law on a large scale. But it's sad for Liberia. We are really retrogressing. Laws were made to guide our future, but now when you break the law, what becomes of us anymore? There's no hope, because even I can win a case, you can say you don't win it.
There's no hope.
Yes, but I mean, okay. So if you say there is hope, there's hope. Do you now think, when you go to court in Liberia, when you win a case, you think you stay confident that when you win a case, you win it? Or somebody will come by and say, "Oh no, you don't win a case, good." Or because you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say, that the reason why no hope is that there's no certainty now that if you do the right thing or if you do this will not happen. You getting me? Like, for instance, you're working with the government, you're doing your best, you're doing everything. Then somebody say, "Oh, Amy, you corrupt, so I suspend you." And you say, "But I didn't do nothing wrong. What did I do wrong?" But because you get a power, you suspend a man still. Then the person say, "Okay, carry the code." You don't get nothing to carry the code. You don't get the corruption. Say, "Amy was in." You can't put anything to the code to say Amy will go to court. Amy sit down for almost 4 months. So, Amy, what do you think it brings to the mind of those people that go through that? You did nothing wrong. Because the people knew they did nothing wrong. Emma Glasgow knew she did nothing wrong. She did her best. We never had fishery in Liberia as booming as it is. That woman came and brought everything up from scratch. Because that was her specialty. Because that's what she went to school for. She brought everything up. Going to the World Bank and getting loan, everything for that thing, just to make sure that her place was vibrant. She did all that. And then for them to kind of say, because they want to put somebody there that they say you corrupt. They move from they suspend you. Because the person has the power to suspend you. Especially when you feel that there is a wrongdoing or there's evidence of wrongdoing. But the person never had any evidence of wrongdoing against Emma Glasgow. He removed her from the position, put somebody there, and then when Emma said, "Came into court and see, I did something wrong because that's why you took me from my job." That woman was hinking around in Monrovia because you cannot apply for any international job when you get corruption when you in your country. That woman was sitting in Monrovia there, stranded, because she cannot get any other job. And go behind the government, came into court, they didn't get nothing against her. They had to pay her on and they'll say, "Sorry, go." So you see how the uncertainty is. So how sure I am that when I go to the government now, I start to work, that thing will not happen to me.
So, Josh, you applying here that even though Emma was just suspended and she resigned on her own, we all know this here, and we know you're comparing it with what happened to other people being fired. She wasn't fired. She resigned on her own. She was suspended for investigation, and she herself turning her resignation.
So what happened to the
So
investigation?
she never got fired, like you're trying to make people believe that
I'm not saying no, Amy. I was just giving that an example. I didn't say she was fired.
You put her in there. You said Emma Glasgow. Did you did.
You did. I think you are making a mistake. I am not saying that she was fired. I say the uncertainty that it brings in the public space, right? Because breaking laws and trying to bastardize our system, it can bring uncertainty. It makes this feature to be oblique. Nobody will want to go to public service because when you go there, somebody can get tarnished your reputation for no reason, and they suspend you. And then you get in the news media and say, "Oh, Amy is corrupt. She was working with this place here and she's corrupt, so the president suspend her." Then you say, "Boy, I don't do anything wrong." Only because that president won't put somebody in your space, Amy, and they do that thing to you. Because they know say they ain't get the power to take you from there. So the only thing they can do is to put crime on your head, which is illegal for anybody to do so to somebody. That's not the Liberia that we want. That's not the Liberia we want. We don't want a Liberia. Because you cannot remove me from my position legally. So you gotta put crime on my head, which is illegal to do to anybody. To say you did something bad. And you know that the person what they and the president knew that those people did nothing bad.
Okay, thank you.
That's the only way he could remove them. You gotta put crime on it, which is illegal, which is criminal in nature to do. But you see now.
Thank you, Judge. But that is your opinion to say the president.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
That is your opinion. No,
that's a fact. Okay, so
okay, Judge. Thank you.
Did she go to court?
Thank you.
Did she go to court, Amy? They charged her. They said she was doing something wrong. Did she go to court? No. So the facts are there now. It cannot be hidden. You cannot say it's an opinion. No, it's a fact.
Thank you, Josh. So again, like I said, George said the president wanted to bring something to somebody, so he did it. That's George's opinion. There is no facts to that. That's what he thinks. That's what he that.
What do you think? No, he said what I think.
George, can we go to somebody else?
No, but you cannot rubbish us here. You cannot rubbish us.
Let Mr. Derek come in. That is your opinion. That's accepted.
It's the fact.
No, it's not that facts. That's what you believe happened.
No, that's not what I believe. Amy, because the woman she was.
We can't be going back and forth. Other people got to talk to.
But you can't tell me what I know is fact. You can't tell me say it's my opinion. It's not my opinion.
All right, can you prove anything?
The woman will pay off, Amy. The woman will pay off.
So how was she paid off? She was just suspended and say, "Here, take the money and go."
She was suspended because they said she was corrupt.
And nothing happened, they just paid her off.
Yes, of course, because they had nothing against her, they were lying.
So how did you know that?
Oh, because in the news, go and read it.
Okay, so how did you know there was no wrongdoing? That's what I'm asking you. She in
jail. Now why I know say she did something wrong.
Okay, thank
you. So you understand now? Yeah, because you can't do that type of thing to people.
So
they went out in jail. They free her. They say go. They did nothing wrong. They say how you know she didn't do anything wrong? No, it's not temple. I mean, that's just logic. You can make your own facts. That's the thing. The facts are there. You can make your own facts. But you can go ahead. But what you guys are good at.
So you ready for somebody else to talk now? Thank you. So like I was saying before I got interrupted, Emma Glasgow did not get suspended, and then they went behind her house and gave her money to pay her off. I'm pretty sure there were investigation. I'm pretty sure there were things done. So George sitting down here telling people say nothing was done, they just move her and pay her. That's misleading. So you coming here and throwing tension in everything is not going to make it, and that's your opinion about it all. You don't have any facts. They moved her, they suspended her because they thought that was wrongdoing. If they went and did an investigation and it came out that she was free, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what investigations are for. Not for you to come in and kind of look for something and say, oh, yeah, because of this, because of that. That's your opinion and you're entitled to it. Nobody gonna, but you can't push that as a fact on everybody. Come here, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, sometimes when I hear other people from the cloudy side when they're talking, sometimes I can really enjoy them when they're defending something. They never say nothing to their God, because they get God, they had their own God they were worshiping. When anything they God say to them that the fact. So they don't able to stand in front of their God and say, no, it's not supposed to be that day, it's not supposed to be that day. He named everything that happened. But you forget to know the same central bank, Joe, we have pay where it is Nathaniel Petro money to leave.
That happened too?
Yes.
They
gave half a million.
They
gave $500,000. He myself go to private Baptist church. I know him good. They gave $500,000 to leave. They remove cabinet Janet and created false crown. And the thing they carry him for, another reason they remove him for.
We actually know that one. Yeah, but it's not like it was good to say because he did it, so anybody should do it now.
Yeah.
But if you want to come and spread falsely and
what happened here is when you're stressing your net on other people, think about your own children. I mean, if my children doing it now, think about your children doing the past. So they're not used to be stretching your neck. It should be people that are not part of the whole thing. That the Cummings people, CDC and CMC, maybe they can talk. But not CDC would do all those stuff. Jefferson Koji was Senate major appointed by the government. Who was he? You are what? Anti-protester against Georgia. Anybody who protests will counter-protest. They beat people. They beat everybody. Did they remove him? No. They never removed Jefferson Koji. Samuel Toy, all the Liberian people cry. Georgia changed Samuel Toy. No. He didn't change Samuel Toy, but George didn't come here. He didn't complain. He didn't comment. So when it comes to Joe Baga now, Joe Baga sort of removes the man.
They go to a hopeful then.
Yeah. So then you remove your own people. Then you move your children from in the water. You never remove them from the water. But it comes to the other people who are children say they must move from the water because it has to be there. That because things have changed. That's not how we interpret peace or whatsoever. They move, even the Yaga Koluba talking, the fire sister from foreign ministry for now, by now the CDC. She's a driver, Yaga Koluba's sister.
She didn't do anything?
She didn't do anything, they said she's not CDC. They fire her.
They couldn't were hopeful then.
Yeah. So all those stuff that happen within your government, you not put anything to it. Why is a former Minister of Post and Telecommunication now a Labour Minister? Where is that man argument?
Why you gotta say the main trap? Who that? What's his name? Cooper Crow.
Cooper Crow. They fire Cooper Crow. I can't be started if we fire him for attending Unity Party. What they call? They fire him. They force him to resign. They fire him. He was minister in Georgia government. They fire him for attending. So all those stuff, they're not looking at it. The problem, they're not putting it into practice. They said, don't preach what you write on the paper. Be true to what is written on the paper. Don't be true and say different thing that is not written on the paper.
What did God say?
Everything that was written on the paper is only for Unity Party government. But it was not for sedition. They can remove anybody, they can do any other thing. It's CDC right because the court say it should be done and was done. They only get one God. Only that God they can listen to. They can listen to no other person. All those things happen in that government. They were removing people, firing people, beating people. But it happened that their government has to do it. They used to beat people. But what do you say at that time?
Nothing.
What was your defense in the people then they fire? What was your defense in the people then they replace, they remove? Central Bank, talk about Central Bank.
Reason why we
You let him in talk when you're talking, you don't.
Yeah, but Amy,
you gotta respect.
Why you said tomorrow, yesterday? What did you say?
No. Like he said, when you're done, you will talk. Joyce, when you're talking, they make you say anything. Come on now.
The problem about it, he didn't say anything. Yesterday, they didn't say anything. It was right. So the other people doing it today now, it's not going to be like that because it happened with them. It happened in the past government. Like reason to change the past government. But what did you say when it was happening? What were you saying? You were clapping.
So is it right now? If they're
it's not right.
Okay.
I condemn it yesterday. I condemn it today.
Thank you.
It's not right. But I will not say my children were not there. Like your children were there. His children were in the river. They did the same thing in the river. He didn't talk nothing. The other people who are children there, that John then will not be the people that can talk. They should close their mouth. We should talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, that's the point I'm trying to make, and that's the point that sometimes you're trying to make people and the reaction can be happening around and want to be calling names, and when they are the most hypocritical and deceptive people that we know in Liberia today. If you then, the reason why I asked the question, like, was it good thing, and George cannot answer these questions, I'm not saying that it's a good thing. From what I read, I already told you, from what I read, it seems like Josiah Joker was doing something wrong. But from the initial stage, I thought it was just for tenure positions, right? But like you rightfully said, Mr. Davis, a lot of these things when they were happening, all the countries are falling down now. The country is not hopeful anymore. All they want in, all the dramatic utterance and stuff. We didn't see any of that. If the country were not falling down, you were back in. What makes you think it's falling down now? Now, no one is saying that somebody should be doing what was done before. Absolutely not. But like you said, it's the hypocrisy that we try to call out all the time when these things are happening, not that we supporting it for happening today. That's all. But thank you, Mr. Something. That's what they don't understand. They can't call out people that support, and then when you do that, they're being deceptive, they're being hypocrite, they're being a bunch of, single thing can be the ones to be calling names, all in comment section and everywhere, which is disheartening because you're not being honest with yourself. If you have called this out before and you're calling it out now, it's good. If you made a mistake last time, you didn't call it out, and now you've seen it, and you can have the guts to say yes, it was wrong before. I still give you that props, right? I still give you that respect. But if you can't even call it out, and let's not talk about it, because let's just talk about it bad now. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, that's Liberia for you.
So,
but Josh,
Sonny, when we come on these shows, we come with a specific topic. The question was Josiah Joker, what he did. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it legal? Was it not legal? We discuss it. But to distract from the conversation and say, oh, somebody did it before. So because somebody did it before, and it wasn't flagged, so that means it's okay, good. At that particular program, you have more Ali there. Let me finish. We have more Ali there. We have all these people there. The reason why people focus on Josiah Joker because of his action that he said he will clean out the civil service, the situation. He's a disciplinarian. And he was there to uphold the laws of civil service and public service. So for him to do that, that's why he was being echoed. So now we're leaving Josiah Joker now, going to CDC government, what it did 6 years ago. And then what that whole discussion going? Is it attacking me because I did not say something? And if you come here and say I did not say something, so I can't say something now, then I shouldn't even be here. Because the reason why they removed CDC government is because they didn't do the right thing. So nothing CDC did was good. So I cannot say anything because CDC did everything bad. So why should I even be here in the first place? I'm here because we are here to talk about what is happening in our country right now. And what we're talking about right now, if you want to go into CDC government and say because you did not say anything, so don't say something now, then why am I here in the first place? Because I'm here to see what the government has done wrong and what the government has done right. And I will speak about it. But if I go speak about it, then you say, oh, why you didn't talk before? Then, and one of the things I want to make clear here is that because you did not see me speak against something, that does not mean I never spoke. Because we did not cross paths. You didn't know me, and you are not friends with me on Facebook. So if you come here and want to assume that because I did not say something, it's just your own assumption, and it's not the facts. I could have said something, or I did not say something, and that doesn't mean anything in the discussion. What we are discussing is whether Josiah Joker did something correct, and he did not do anything right. According to the law, he was wrong. That's what we are discussing. Thank you.
So again, none of us here crossed paths before 2023 election, but when George ready to something, you can say, you guys did this, you guys did that, you did this. And no one is saying that you shouldn't speak, but I specifically asked you a question here when you're trying to make it seem that the country was falling down, that all of the laws were being broken and all of this. I specifically asked you a question that you couldn't even man up to answer. We didn't have to cross paths on Facebook or whatever. Right now, you could have redeemed yourself and just answer the question. That would have shown us what you did the last time. And yes, we met during the heat of the campaign. All of this was no problem to you. So we didn't have to meet on Facebook. I know what George said on the campaign. I know what George has been saying. It doesn't have to be on Facebook or I knew him in 2022 or 21 or whatever. No. And everything that judges say when he giving his thoughts here, whatever encounter that he had with Unity Partisan, because some of us support the rescue mission, he will include all of us in that. But even though he never crossed paths with us, see, this is what I said. The hypocrisy is just so. He said we're talking about Josiah Jokai, but yes, George brought in Emma Glasto. He brought in I brought her up. He brought in on civil servant that were on social media saying something else about them, whatever. Why we couldn't just stick with Josiah Jokai, what he did, read the law, and all the one in. But no, we brought everything else up. We talk about tenure position and all we talk about, George talk about NTA or whatever, and everything else. But when somebody's trying to call him out, then why can't we just stick with Josiah Jokai? Why they gotta go back behind this? Now listen to me. Nobody is saying you shouldn't say anything. But when someone is calling you out, if something happened before, if there's a record there that we all know about, you and the rest of the reactions that always have to pass and be in comment section talking something, but they can own up to calling somebody out, then you should have the courage then to acknowledge it, even if you're faking, if you're trying to hold somebody accountable. But if you don't even have the courage to acknowledge that, then you're holding somebody accountable, is what Mr. David is talking about. He's not saying you shouldn't say anything. Because you're making it look like the way you say our country is falling out, it's something that way it going back out, it going behind, coming forward, it doing the way. But these things were done in the mass scales, right? And nobody's saying this right now. So get it right. Because you keep saying
that's justification, Amy. That's justification.
It's right now. No, nobody said it was right now. That's not what anybody says here. Nobody said that here. But if you can't call that out, and it was not, the country was not falling down in the mud, it was not rolling, it was not doing that now, what makes you think it will be doing it now? That's all that we're calling out. We're not doing saying anything that is right or whatever. No. We just want to know the people that the Liberian people, to know the people that can be brainwashing them, say, even when they see something good happening, they're still in denial because they still got hope and got dreams that something will turn around, that political leader will come back. So they're trying to brainwash them. So we try to, expose those people to the Liberian people to know who then can be pretending to be in their interest when they didn't care about it happening to you then. Now there's so much care about you that it happening to you now. That's all we're saying. Like it or not. But anyway, let's go to you all. Let's listen to this. The president talking about situation going up.
The student fees are going to go up. And it's not because, as people often think, we're just taking that money and, students are going to have to adjust to the fact that over time, the student fees are going to go up. And it's not because, as people often think, we're just taking that money and, passing it out to people. It's because the thing that we want to buy for the students costs more. Prices go up. Let's give an example. We all know about the recent war in the Middle East, right? We know how it's affected global price of oil, right? Vehicles. So our generators cost more now. Our buses cost more now. Everything that uses fuel is going to cost more because of this war. And students would say, well, we just pay so we should be able to do X, Y, Z. Well, when the prices go up, we've got to have the money there to do it. And they say, well, just take it from your however many million you get from government. But what people don't realize is that every dollar of that social money that we get from government is allotted to something. When we submit a budget, it's not like, oh, just give us some cash, we will do what we want. It is a budget in which every line, we have to present these detailed budget about how the money will be used. And even though we do that, surprises always occur during the year, which can challenge the budget. But students need to understand they have free tuition, which is a great benefit at the University of Liberia. Students all around the world are envious that they have this here. But at the same time, our peer institutions charge much more for the registration fees on a semesterly basis. University of Ghana, one example, because we asked them when we went there, they charge $100 or $200 a semester for fees. Ours are about $15, and I'm talking US dollars now. So, I mean, if we think we're going to run a school with $15 fees, we're not. We can't. People complain about how things are, but if we don't pay the price for the things that we actually want, how will we get them? They will not magically fall from the sky. I know people say, well, the economy in Liberia is not great. Even if you raise a fee, even if it's how much you need, people can't pay it. But, people can grow with their economies. And we have to create a kind of economy where there's cost of living increases, where people grow with the economy. And people will find ways to do what they want to do. I know it's true. And we will.
People will grow with their economy. Okay, so guys, let's start with you, George, because I know this was another got you propaganda running around that. Oh, they're raising the fees and George, you have school fee, this and that, and so. About what she's saying, you see any sense in it?
Well, like I said, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Look, like I said, unless somebody who does not understand economics, you will sit down and say, why they will carry school fee up, why they will carry the things you can buy in the store. Every time you went to that store, over time, the price will not be the same. The thing is that we the ordinary people, we face the brunt of this whole economic situation. And I just want to say a little bit of a educative thing here before I go to the actual question. The thing is that the money you save in the bank today, you get $300 there. After 6 months, if you go back there, that $300 value will go down. You still see the $300 there, but the value it had 6 months ago will not be the value that you get now. So, for instance, because when you take that $300 from there, if you buy 10 bags of rice for $300 6 months ago, you'll not be able to buy the $300 will not be able to buy the bag of rice that you bought 6 months ago. That's what they call inflation. You know what I mean? These things happen. So over time, gradually, prices will go up, and you will not expect everything to be stagnant because you want to keep it stagnant. That's why if you want to do it super artificially, you have to pay money. That's why when rice price was going up in the CDC government, they decided they would give the people money just to subsidize the rest so the price can stay low. That is artificial, marketing, right? Or in a commercial space, superficially trying to manage price, and you can't do it in a free enterprise system. Prices will go up according to market forces, right? So I don't have any problem with the pay of tuition or other things or fees to go up, they should go up. They will not be stagnant because, if any good country, over time, they will increase your money. Certain percentage will add there. You know what I mean? Every year you complete, there's bonuses that these things are happening just to make sure that you meet life challenges. So I don't see it as a problem. I think if you want to remove the free tuition, I'll be happy. Because, free tuition, you can't eat free tuition, You can't, free tuition can, it got no bearing on you. You know what I mean? So if they remove it, I don't even have a problem. I think it's a good idea. Let people pay for that because now parents are working now. You see it? So if your parents are working, they'll be able to pay their children's school fees, just like the people said. They said, don't give us free tuition. Give our parents work. Then, of course, our parents the parents will give us work. Then we'll be able to pay our children's school fee. So giving our children's school fee is nothing. So they didn't take it from that because everybody's working now. So they didn't take this free tuition off and go everybody working now so that, things can go on. I appreciate that. I think that's the right thing to do. Thank you, Amy.
Sarcasm. Go ahead, Mr. Davis.
Oh, Amy, we got to start in the developed country in the first place. Country that is developed and country that is developing. When you look at the clock, Liberia is between 12 to 15 in that stage. Liberia is not between 45 and 12. No. These are developed countries. So Liberia is way to the beginning there, maybe closer to 2SA. So if the United States of America is selling bag of rice for $20, how do you expect Liberia to sell it? Who's not producing rice? America are producing the rice. They sell it for the far. Liberia, we are not producing the rice. You think how much they're going to sell it when they add transportation to it, when they add taxes to it? They're going to go to 30 or something. So in the free market system, this world is going now. It's not being controlled by the free market system. It's being controlled by reality. What is happening today activities? Just say, it may not producing rice and not producing rice. Only one person producing rice. So the person say, happy because I'm using a lot of fuel for my tractor. So the rice used to about $10 now, make it $15. We get nothing to say about it. But some people can just want to preach politics, which is not good. Transportation go up. The camera say, happy, I'll buy gas, $700. Gas now is $1,000. So I will carry my prayer from $50 to $100. You cannot, when there's inflation, sometimes you don't control the market. It's very difficult. If government try to push it, you might create blind market. Because everybody will create artificial. And I know, then they come in and some of them will park a car. People start complaining, but what I'm noticing today, the American, are they running, because most of the cars in the world are private car. They're not even tested. No TX on most of them, majority of them. And please carry me to the place where $200. So you create that price where only people that get money now will start traveling. It happened in America. When that thing started, Iran gas prices are going up until it reached to $5, until it reached 5 something. Now it's coming down little by little. When they say there's ceasefire, the price will come down. When there's no ceasefire, it go up. It's happening right here in America. So I see sometimes some people there, they will just be blowing false alarm. Our country is this one. The government cannot do this. The thing prices getting hard for everybody. I was saying America thing getting hard for all. The horse we used to rent before for $1,000 now is sometimes up to $2,000 now. Even rent is screaming. And salary not stay, in fact, wage not going up because that's salary there. Wage is not going up. If you're making $18, like $18 like say making, they not even say add 25 cents on it or 50 cents on it. No, it's not.
Nope.
And the landlord can't arrest you. My land going up because our taxes going up. We ain't getting nothing to say. We can't for the landlord. It's happening. It's reality. So they think what the woman said, the free tuition. Actually, Amy, I went to the University of Liberia. The money they can
You're part of the Vanguard.
Yeah, when I was at the university, they told them when I paid before I graduated, I did 5,000.
Wow.
I'm not sure we go 20,000 per credit hour.
I owe 60,000 student loan.
Yeah, that was it.
In America.
It was 20,000 per credit. So now we used to pay.
Whoa. How much? 25 cents?
20,000 per credit. I gotta pay. I don't want to lie to anybody. Nobody gonna hold me. It was 25,000 per credit. So nobody can say we pay $11 and we pay $11. Well, you pay
the wrong place to go to college.
We should pay $11. So that tuition, that's not the problem, Amy. That's not the problem that's stopping people from going to the University of Liberia. You know what? Other fees attached to it. The fees are attached to it more than the tuition. Absolutely. But everybody can just say tuition fee. Forget about the tuition, pay our fees. You know, for one pamphlet, you know, all those things there before you take it 16 credit hour, 4 subject or something like that's not at 3. So most of the people they give you 3 pamphlets before the semester ends. So let's say pamphlet is $15 US. It's more than the tuition. Tuition is not even $50 in me. Tuition is expensive at the University of Liberia, but the fees. You gotta get ID card. You gotta get, I don't know, some era t-shirt. Some era then you gotta get this one. When you put it together, something in our power 50, like $75. The fees. So the fees not really expensive. That's what I say. We pay wire. How much is wire? Wire now we $50 US. If you can afford to pay your children's school fee from ABC to 12th grade, what is wire you cannot pay?
So, Mr. Davis, what I'm hearing is that elementary to high school is expensive than college in Liberia.
Yes.
Because I know from high school and elementary, they're paying $400, $300, and
go to some of the university, they're not paying that amount. They're paying $200. The private university, I'm telling you, some of them, they're cutting them. Most of cutting people they pay $550. I compare to elementary school where some of them pay $2,000.
$2,000 what?
US dollar in Liberia at some school. So American school they're more than $2,000. Some other countries.
Yeah, I'm about to say that gotta be some kind of elite school, something going on. But anyway,
there's a lot of school in Liberia that pay those money. Even Cummings and his son and whatsoever school, they pay more than that. More than college. Some school is $13 US dollar per credit. Some is $15. It's not expensive. You go to UNU, AMU, whatever. Most of that credit hour is not really $50. It's not rich. Majority of them, most of the private university, their credit hour not really $50, but people cannot afford to go there.
Yeah.
So they prefer to go to University of Liberia where you can afford. Government help you with half of it, then you pay half.
The state university.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with all that, the state university get prestige more than the private university. But I looking. I think so far in Liberia, only school that little bit, the credit out a little bit expensive might be. More pattern, the Cali school, I don't think they're expensive. I don't think they reach $30.
Coddington more prestigious than LU, my man.
Where you got prestigious? The Coddington student want to go LU.
Okay.
They say in that place there, the grass now grow all on the horses there. I went there. When I went there last year, I talked to
Coddington is a private university, right?
Yeah, but even when I went there last year, I had confrontation with one of the faculty. I said, why you allow the student paying so much money, the passing grass to go to class? You see, my brother, that question not for me.
So the grass, so that the grass beneath, they're not prestigious.
They're not prestigious? What do you mean? Amy going to school, passing all grass all over the place?
But that's not what makes them prestigious. What he's saying is that, they can be that and still keep that school dirty. You can hold on to that, but they are not the same as the state university. They're supposed to be more than that. So that's what George is saying. Like, so yeah, the faculties or the administrators or whatever, they keeping the school dirty, which is wrong. But we all know Cottington to be a private university, one of the prestige, university in Liberia. That people, is he frozen, Mr.
Me?
Davis?
No, I didn't.
Why were
He
you?
wants three.
Why were
He
you
wants three.
sticking?
Now why you
No, I
want
don't
you
want
want
to.
Japa?
The problem here is
Why were you sticking
some,
one place like that?
no. The problem, I mean, sometimes the day you visit Cottington campus and see they visit University of
I'm
Liberia
so
campus.
sick and tired of everybody telling me to visit this place, visit that place, visit
Yeah,
that place.
no, I'm just saying it. The
Insinuating that I
University,
don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't. Go ahead.
the University of Liberia is like that. We protest, we do this one, we do the one. But Cottington is a high school. You don't get student council. They can anything the administration say like, hey, they hold in the children.
Well,
So they're not a real university. They hold in the children.
well, because they're not being rude, passing around and saying whole days.
Who said they're not rude? No, not that they saying yama. They are right. It's
Yeah,
also
man.
they are right. They are right. Cottington students, most of them are right. They are right. They can take it from them.
Ah, oh,
You don't Cottington campus, you pay all our money there.
Because they
You
get the
don't
Bagara
Cottington
road.
campus, you pay all our money. Amy, no Korean campus.
Now that you say you lying now, but you don't say that.
What you talking about? Lying? So now no Korean can be there. Korean can go.
Oh, yeah, God, there we go again.
Korean go at Cottington University campus.
But who said Korean can go? But Korean dead. Now don't say that. Yeah, don't say that, man. I was just there.
When you were there?
Korean can go. Yeah,
When
Korean
you were
can go everywhere in Liberia. Sometimes they generate us.
No, this is a private university. People pay more school fees.
Yeah, I agree with you. They should have something there, but it happens, right?
Go see some of the dormitory. Go see inside. It looks like jailhouse.
What does that mean? What, it's tight?
We're telling they will be singing some Bagara road.
Government can subsidize that then too. Government can help them with money. You got a Phoebe hospital. Phoebe is not a private
that
hospital.
School, if I'm not mistaken, that school's ought to be what? Episcopal?
Like Episcopal school. Yeah.
Okay. So that is not, they should have money. They're coming second to the Catholic in Liberia, right?
The first thing, enter the campus. When you enter in the campus, it will tell you that the people in hard time.
They ain't what?
They kind of rad. The coconut all over it broken. The pieces get a rock roll.
Okay, so your point is the people are cheap. We get it.
So what you are going on hard time? What do you mean by that? What I was saying mean to you? When you're going on hard time?
The first thing, you take your children there for a year. Your children in Cali, take them from here. Say you don't go Liberia, you go attend Cottington. I said, really, I think my family know I'm not going there. The first thing,
Mr. Derry, you're not confusing about the whole.
Let's move on.
The first thing, the grass grow all the horses, grass grow all on the campus. Get a public school. Grass is everywhere. So you got to pass from one grass to another grass to go into class.
Oh, I won't be doing that. Let me tell you one thing. Amy is afraid of snakes. I'm not going anywhere that grass is everywhere. I'm sorry. But anyways, that's we was actually talking about the University of Liberia and the school fees and why the school fees going up and why
things gonna go up.
So-called free tuition will disappear in time to come because of like the president has rightfully put it, the university is challenged, right? It needs a lot of things to function, effectively. And those things cost money. They are not, and they're getting budget. People, like some of us, who don't know how budget works, right? We was they're getting their money and the money should be able to take care of everything. But like she rightfully put it, those money that they're giving them, they have to account for it. If you what it's 2 million going, 500,000 is going for this part of it, this side is going for 200,000 and this side. So before that money comes, they already have places that is going to go. So if they have to do additional stuff, I guess this is where they have to raise the money themselves. And in order to do that, they will have to school fees will have to go up, and I guess also maintaining the schools and other things. So that's what she's trying to explain, because I know a lot of people try to politicize it all the time. Oh, let them get over that this and get rid of that, or and it's this, or so person did this and did that without even, going into it and doing the right thing. I think it was going to be better if they would have renovated that whole campus and took that whole tuition thing out of it, and then the next person come and feel like, or before they can even put a free tuition in place, right? But left the school looking like that, like the biggest, I don't know what, behind the house school, and then you say you're doing free tuition and doing this and doing that, and it didn't really, materialize. But in their heads, or in their supporters, in their bootlickers' head, it was the perfect plan ever. It worked fine. Everything, everybody had free tuition. It was there, and we can see that it didn't, and that just went. It just took the university backwards, and a lot of things have happened since then. Now this woman is trying her best. She's void of politics. They try to pull her in the politics and everything. She tried to stay away from that, even though she was appointed by the president, but still she's not a politician. We still need people that, the president to appoint people to run the institution. So you can say, oh, because the president appointed her, so she that. No, she tried to stay away from that as positively as she can, and she has been doing a good job from since then, even though people try to pull her in it, and she's trying to explain this is how things work around the world. And she even told you about Ghana, that it went there, and name other countries, and these are the things that are happening. And I'm glad that you're going out there, radio station, and try to explain that, even though it doesn't matter how the way our country is now, how much you explain something to them, they will still try to look for a way to pull something in it, add a little politics to it, season it with a little politics, and try to bring it down. You can't win with that, right? But still, she's still doing the right thing by going out there to try to explain to people why these fees at some point will go up, and people have to expect that. Okay.
One of the things they need to do, they need to increase the United States of America rent. They need to increase. They need to increase their payment. The payment they do to the university is very low. They need to increase it, because
what are you talking about now?
United States renting from the University of Liberia.
They're renting?
Yeah, from the University of Liberia.
Renting what?
The lease agreement too small. They need to revisit that thing. That whole Greystone, that one called Greystone for the University of Liberia.
Oh, they you talking about the embassy yard?
Yeah, the embassy.
That from the university.
The embassy and Nana, like University of Liberia campus there.
Well, is the university on that side too?
That property.
Oh, okay.
That property, JJ Rao, that's what they call near JJ Rao property, because behind the Duke.
Well, inflation has gone up, so the rent goes up.
Yeah, they need to carry up, because the agreement they made, they had to do fire soon and dump the people on the dumper. Like the thing is still happening, because the only thing they can renovate over there is law school. Besides law school, they don't renovate no building.
So that a lot of people, why they get rid of the political side of things that we always say. I thought that was the only thing that was in LU.
Only law school. Only law school they can pay and renovate it, but they can't renovate no other building.
Hopefully they will renovate the old building. I mean, that's a big campus, to be honest.
Yeah, but Greystone is a big place too.
I think that the University of Liberia shouldn't be over there. So if they want to renovate anything, I think they should build a new university outside.
No, the Fender campus is very big. It's
Well, then
huge.
transfer everybody there.
No, they can't transfer everybody there. Most of the people that go to the Fender, the main campus, they are beginner. Some of them they are master program and the law student. These are on the main campus. Most of the people we see them on the main campus, they are beginner. Some people are doing 003, 006, or whatsoever.
They still need to take the university out of.
But Fender campus can take.
It's in the city and it's.
Fender campus can take up to 50,000 people. Fender campus is very big, and they get more land.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They need to take the university from Capitol Hill and take it outside of the city.
You gotta leave part of the university on Capitol Hill.
What?
You can't take the master program out of Capitol Hill. You can't take everybody go Fender campus. No.
Why not?
No. Then what
do
you
you mean?
gonna do?
No.
So what you gonna do at Capitol Hill? What you gonna do at Capitol Hill? You're gonna be
I can't argue with the guy. Nonsense there. You'll be saying that like you stupid.
What do you mean by no? No.
Your brain start get down when you argue with the guy.
We get a lot of building in Monrovia that falling apart. Easy road building.
That wasn't my point of moving.
No, I just say something. So when you the federal library not already capture, you're not already renovated correct, not already getting good renovation. In case you move the people from there, you move the administration from there, you move law school from there, you move everybody, you can't find out what's going to be done that campus. You're going to be Zogo town.
What?
You're going to be the Zogo city. The next Zogo city. Because they will not even call the grass again no more.
Oh wow! When we say remove the campus from over there, when we say remove the campus from there, Mr. Davis, is because you're asking that place be used for something else, not abandoned. That's not what I'm saying.
They're gonna abandon it.
Campus, that's not no.
That's not her point.
I don't want you to tell that thing because they're gonna abandon it.
All right,
everybody over there.
In
1 week time, they show you the picture of that place, you will forever regret. Go look at education, former education ministry. Look at the building. Go look there.
Davis.
Yeah.
Amy's opinion is different from what you are thinking. Amy is saying remove the people and face the place. They say when they move the people from there, then they leave the whole place and will go sit down. No, we remove the people that could face the place or do something there.
When the University of Liberia closes, you can renovate the place. You get enough time. You can be more than 3 months. You get enough time to renovate.
How long they can be closed for?
So not 3 or 4 months.
And 3 or 4 months is sufficient to renovate that
place.
It's
smaller.
Okay, all right, guys. Let's move
to
something else. Is there any other topic?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's our last topic before we close for the night. So this is from the MCC boss. This is a new mandate that I think they're coming up with.
MCC. What is MCC?
Monrovia City Corporation.
Monrovia City Corporation. Okay.
So Monrovia College.
I thought Melina Challenge Corporation.
Oh, no. He said West Point, the famous Dole community in Sony Wen and other communities residents will now start paying money for their house dirts, or they will be fined. Some people may also be required to sweep streets in Monrovia for throwing dust on the streets. Okay, good luck with that. Monrovia City MCC owner Siafa, I'm not going to say his own name, has announced new city rules and a new garbage management plan that will start July 1st. Officials.
Well, I think China.
Hey, Josh. July 1st of 2026. Officials said this one This is one of the biggest city cleaning and reform efforts in many years. Under the new plan, community-based enterprises will collect garbage from homes and small businesses, while bigger businesses and institutions will be handled by small and medium enterprises. The first phase will cover District 7, 8, 9, and 16 before spreading across the whole of Monrovia. There we have it. The city is dirty. The city is dead. The city is dead. What are we thinking here with this whole new plan, guys?
Amy,
Let's.
you want to start with me?
Yeah, go ahead. Then we can go on.
That is an incredible plan. Hopefully it works, right? Because as somebody who worked with a city council here in that capacity a while back, I know that logistically it's a challenging work to do. Very, very challenging. But I'm very hopeful that this administration can get a good plan together and also educate the Liberian people,
Mm-hmm.
meaning the Liberian people, to make this plan work. But once they get the logistics under their arm or under their wings, I'm definitely sure it's possible. Because that's one of the things I wanted to do in Liberia.
We should put together and do it.
Yeah, I wanted to open a company to manage waste.
Waste management.
Waste management. They recycle ones in different container, and the general waste in one container. Every household got 2 containers or 2 bins, big bins, right?
I think you'll get a whole drum in the sky.
And guess what, Amy? Yes, here was my plan. Because most of the houses are not accessible to car, right? So what I would do is that when I come maybe to 72nd, we carry people around to teach the people. Every Wednesday, everybody will bring their bin on the road. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in the morning by 8 o'clock, all the bin will be lying by that road. The truck will just come, dump. Then your empty bin there. But your house number on your bin. So you take your bin, you carry it back to your house and start putting rubbish in
house
again.
Number or house color?
The house number. The one every house has been get out of here, man.
You see that big resin?
Yeah, be at old man house.
That green house.
Yeah, so now my idea there, that's a good thing. But look, I still gotta look at their plan. I didn't see that particular read out. I didn't see I was going to look at it, to see exactly what is up to.
Do you think that
if you can put it in our chat room, I want to read as well, so that I can have an actual input, because I think garbage collection, it is a hectic situation. Yes, because I remember I was the manager for collecting the rubbish in my whole city here. I managed that project for almost 6 months, so I knew how hectic it is, Amy. Because you see those trucks that go around, Amy, there's a machine in our trucks that can mash the dirt, just so that more dirt can go inside. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it can be turning inside it. Grind it, turning it. So soon as you dump it, soon as the thing hook it dump it inside, setting it inside, I get turning, then grinding it. You know what I mean? You grinding it, putting it in the corner, That thing I can grind sometimes is spoiled. And when it's spoiled, the whole truck can move over, but it can work. It can work. So you gotta carry that means you gotta get specialists that can fix that type of thing. I feel forgetting how we used to call it. Amy, I used to be in my office on a whole day on the phone. The other truck break down far off, almost 2 3, 4, 5 kilometers away. Then on the phone, okay, can you move to this place? Other truck, can you go there and take over that area and take the bin? Because the community people, they ain't waiting for you. They ain't get time for your truck breakdown and everything. They want that bin to go because they want to get back in the house so they can start putting rubbish in it. You know what I mean? So I gotta be on the phone. Okay, you take other truck. Yeah, I'll call somebody. Man, can you come to work? You know what I mean? I get your own leave. Can you come to work? When you say no, according, somebody, Amy, it was hectic. And some other trucks, when they break down, it will cost you almost $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to fix them.
That's a lot.
Yes, Amy. Rotating that inside, they're very expensive. So hopefully, our people can get their head around it and make sure that I wish them all the luck because I've been there. I know how it works. So I don't envy them because it's going to be a new thing. You know what I mean? Something I've never done before. So I'm sure somebody who's going to gain that capacity, the person is going to be really overwhelmed at a certain point. So I wish them all the luck here.
So, Mr. Davis, do you think this is going to work for our people who are not used to stuff like this? So the little clinics that, even though the MCC is doing, when they turn around, they come back the next day, the whole place is full of with trash again, like from the market area. You think it's a good idea? This will make them to stop being so careless with their dirt and try to be responsible because they don't want to be, fines and sweeping the street and doing all of that. Is this a good idea for our city to be clean? Even though it's far overdue.
Amy.
Yes, sir.
In America, Louis Farrakhan said, preach what you see on the paper. In Liberia, we don't preach what is on the paper. That thing they get ready for themselves, maybe for them to be feeding fun all day. Maybe somebody just said and said, "Oh, don't bring city ordinance or planes on city ordinance something."
Why? Why do you say so?
George is sitting down here. In a community, he pay for trash. In a community in Liberia, he don't pay for trash.
Isn't that what they're trying to change now?
So they say what you just said is different. In the community of Liberia, you never say they will attach money to you. So they will bring the ordinance, say the ordinance where we'll go by it. They say everybody community will pay for trash. We'll put the empty trash bed there. But even the empty one,
those are the community they're starting with. That's
that's what I'm saying. Even the community is starting with. Then when you go there, they will look at the trash, the man eat the banana and throw it. You're not even looking at where you're throwing it.
Well, that's why they will be fined. Did you hear what it said? If they're not doing it, they'll be fined. And then they will be sweeping the street, they'll be doing all of that, the community service kind of thing.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm a senator, brother. Or senator son. You will find me where?
Oh, come on. Stop that. That's not working here, Mr. Davis.
It's working.
No, it's not.
Amen. Liberia is working. You know who am I? It's working. So the problem here is, but it didn't happen. Ellen Johnson went to jail for a few hours, you will buy. You think the ordinary people can go to jail for a few hours and be by? It can't work. I mean, Liberia look like that. Musa Bedede's son went for drugs. He buy. He passing way around. The other people that went for drugs
stay in jail. I'm staying in jail.
That man out.
He stay in jail.
You. I'm just saying something, Amy. Liberia community not go with that. So that thing they bringing, maybe they bring it for themselves. Liberia is just something. I said somebody eat. Who you a fan? How many people can play fan in Liberia? You can see the people, the market women, don't say yeah. You see them fighting. Let me read it thing because you see them fighting, say the police. Say the police fighting them to tell a wheelbarrow. Don't sell on the plate. Don't cancel. Take plaza bear with you when people buy, they can put it there inside. They can't do it. They don't care. Even the person that buy, when they finish buying, they can throw the trash. They don't even care where it go. You cannot find people in the bro. Who's going to pay it? Who's going to pay the fine? Like what you see, when Mirror are there, Mirror make it every first Saturday, I think, of the month. Everybody must go to work at 10 o'clock. Everybody must clean until 10.
Okay, so let me read
that
this,
little
right?
one little bit work. It was little
because
bit.
you bring something Adom here, Prophet Adom here. Let me read this, right? They said the new rules, right, also make it compulsory for people and businesses to register with approved garbage collectors. They're not just saying it. They got things in place, right? People caught dumping dirt, littering, or burning waste openly will face instant fines, right? Street selling will only be allowed in approved areas, and permits will now be needed for construction work, renovation, advertising, and public events. MCC says sanitation inspection and city police will monitor the city days and night. You see that, right? So it's not just something that they just some people who break the rules.
I'm Michael, and this is my digital
who
business
face
card in
fines,
Apple Wallet. With one
arrest, fines, arrest, and confiscation of items or court action. The city will also remove illegal building materials, billboards, and roadside repair shops. Owners of abandoned or unpainted building may also be punished. Other measures include banning roadside gasoline sales and roadside. Oh God, we're gonna hear food on the table again. And roadside cars repair, controlling loud noises in entertainment centers and churches. Oh boy, protecting wetland and waterways, and requiring people to join the monthly citywide Maryborough Sanitation Day. Does that make you feel a little at ease, or you still think that it's just something that they're saying?
I mean, to me, it's something that just saying for them to feel fun. Yeah, we're not aware.
So after all of the things they tell you that people will be on people's butt, because I don't want to say it SS day and night, it still doesn't make something to you.
Some people that coming be silly police. The thing happen. Somebody was stealing.
Why are you promoting that on the show?
They listen to me. Somebody go see Corinne, they go arrest them, the way they can arrest the other people, they say they violate some tradition or some what they call. The way they can arrest ordinary way, see the way they arrest the people. Oh, they used to arrest the woman like that, you used to do that. It mean, Liberia is damaged beyond political point. Everybody want politics. The whole thing brings out a point. Oh, he not kind of wish hunting. Why move the other table? They move on the table. It can't there.
So, Mr. Davis, why did you think that President Borga said when you're walking alongside the roads, right? And a lot of dogs are barking at you, you don't stop to throw stone at every dogs. You think the change that we want to see in Liberia, the changes that we preach every day and night, you think when it's coming, people will just embrace it? And it's just going to be all gravy and bread and butter? You don't think there'll be criticism and people resisting and all of that because of that? So it will stop because Liberia is beyond repair. So we should just leave it. Then why do you sit on that show and preaching change all the time and want to see the right thing happen, Mr. Davis? That is your mindset.
We want the right thing to happen.
What makes you think that we are human? If you're doing it right here, you think if they're not monitoring you here, will you do the right thing here? No.
Amen.
Well, take that. See where you come from, Liberia. That same God are in you from Liberia. You'll come here and do it. But because you are being monitored here, because you are being found, you are being you arrested, so you're doing the right thing here. So if they carry that style there and monitoring people and arresting them and doing it, what makes you think they are animals? They are not human beings to do the right thing when they are being watched.
Amen. In the Liberian society is different, quite different.
Yeah, they're not animals. That's what I'm asking you.
I'm just saying something.
It's different because they were not being.
When Liberian leave from Liberia, they go Ivory Coast, they obey the rule and regulation of Ivory Coast.
Why is that?
Because the people go by what they mean, what they say.
Exactly.
In Liberia, what we mean ain't what we say or what we do. It's different. They say they get Liberian man, they get a white man, they get a black man. Liberia is another country that gave like
because
I
just told you the same thing what they're doing in Ivory Coast. Them that's similar.
Because there's punishment for it in Liberia. There's no punishment. It's when you try to punish people, they say you anti your government.
Okay, so all the punishment that been going on in Liberia, all the arrests and all the things that people been crying, people been doing it. When people are protesting, they're throwing stone. When they're arresting it, they're doing all the political spin they can have around it. Has to stop anything from happening?
Amen. It made the people not to do the work because
George,
that thing when you talking now. When they start arresting people, what they call? My brother Joe was saying that, and that's what be that government put into place. That Jordan was start preaching nothing, was just telling this spinning
So
it
who
around.
cares? I don't understand what you're saying. Who
By
cares?
the way,
Nobody's
you were care because of
Nobody is
politics.
saying that somebody will
What is
not
he saying? Why is he saying again? Why you
Nobody
want
is
to
saying
unite
that
here?
people will not criticize or people will not have anything to say with it.
I mean,
But
I see
this is
people
what
beating
the city
police.
police, this is what
I see people beating police when the
MCC.
police ready to carry on and arrest some people challenging police, they beating police. Jordan can come. The police people they doing bad, see how they can what they call the people, but they forget to know the people that beating the people.
Mr. Davis, I don't understand what you're saying. Seriously, to be honest with you.
Yo, big man.
Let me
Every
tell
time
you
I
what I'm
come here,
saying.
before I go, my brain cell can die.
Let me tell you what I'm saying.
They're from the guy here.
Let me tell you what I'm saying. I see
Because the argument he had, we're not arguing about people will not.
No, I'm trying to get it. The Jordan argument here is Joseph Baga police. They don't say Liberia National Police. Joseph Baga police, Georgia police, whatsoever. When the police try to carry on their duty, they are being harassed by our own citizens. Then they label them that president police. And Jordan will bring it and make politics out of it. The way the police people handle the case is not supposed to be like that. The way the police people where they call the case is not supposed to be like that. Because everywhere, most of the political parties, they are trained to do anything.
So David, so there's nothing called police brutality?
They got police brutality, but you the one cause the brutality.
So no, because when it's brutality, that means nobody caused it.
Police will not jack on brutality. Police will not jack on when nothing happens.
Listen, and the word brutality means when you do it illegally. Police manhandling surveillance. That's what they call brutality. So police
brutality. It is surveillance. You are a barber.
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go because the guy. You got okay, my brain cell.
There will be no brutality. The police will come.
I don't know why we getting away
Amy, just the pronunciation, just the pronunciation of the word police brutality, that particular phrase, right? It means police wrong.
But that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about.
But Amy, I just want to tell you, just the root of those words, whatever that compound word, police brutality, it means police doing something wrong. That means the surveillance did not initiate that action. That means the police were in the wrong. That's why they call it police brutality. A police act with a force that is proportional. It's not police brutality. And when surveillance acts towards the police and the police gave them the same counter force, that's not police brutality. So police brutality only occurs when the surveillance are right and the police are wrong. That's what they call police brutality.
So, President, how you call the police in Liberia? CDC, how you call the police? What in New York giving the police? Puaga police. Say it. You're not saying national police.
No, let me say this, because I'm tired. Let me say this, Mr. Darius. We were just talking about city police. I mean, we're talking about the MCC, talking about how to keep the city clean, the measures they have come up with and rules and regulations and all of that. And you saying things in that I don't know that has nothing to do with that. So no one is saying that the people will not resist people, but who cares? A lot of things here that we do here that we buy by, that we listen to, we don't like it. You think I like paying HOA fees? You think I like HOA telling me I can't put my trash can in front of my house or something, but I have to do it or else I'll be fined. I'll get fined, right? So when they start doing it in Liberia, what makes you think that it's still going to be the same? It won't be the same. And no one cares what happened. We make noise all the time, so now we go to what? Community meeting. They don't care. That's the rules. So all of the things you're saying, what does it matter? Nobody cares who says what. If that's what keeping the city clean, if that's the laws and the way the city mayor think that things can work because they're going out there cleaning Saturdays, doing all the things. The moment they leave, street seller come, they're trashing the place all over the place. You got Zogos taking people's trash, coming, putting it in the street. People trying to Sunday parties, they're throwing stuff all around. And if they say they're putting a measure in place, that if this should happen again, this gonna happen, that's gonna happen. You think when it happened to one or two person, who cares? Or to say who somebody would say, oh, they will not fight, oh, they will fight, they will do that, they will do that. You fight, you get what you get. That's all that is. If you're doing the wrong thing, they say the police trying to tell you or arrest you, and you go fight, they wonder like, can be fighting, what can happen to them? So I don't understand what you really trying to say.
I'm just trying to say in the whole government.
But let's close it. Go ahead and do your closing into that.
Yeah, let me do my closing. In the whole government, when it comes to the city police, I think the Braga need to think twice and reappoint what her niece said, Mary Bro. In Liberia, I think Mary Bro can do well with enforcing the law than most of the city mayors then I think after her. Because everywhere you put Mary Bro, she do well. When you put her to the electricity, they start collecting more fee. The Mary Bro was cutting senator representing and that why when it was stealing money, it was stealing electricity. She didn't care who you are. So when you can say the ordinance to people that don't have that morale, that zeal, that mean talking about the Mary Bro are going out, bringing in debt, bringing in Trasaco that was done there. This man, I don't know whether you trying to raise some money for himself or whatsoever. I don't know whether you only depend on the government. So it only depends on the government to do for you, Liberia will be hard. And then who you know, my brother, my cousin, my uncle, and our representative, I said, even it's still happening. The man will send a call. Yeah, I can't talk to the man.
Nobody said not happening, but how many people?
No, I'm saying so that in America, yeah, where he live, or you also that where my brother live, it don't work there. No, can't listen to the man, not there.
Okay, so since they've been telling people to get off the street, they've been something he's going off. They've been taking people from the street. How many times you not see somebody take you say somebody in the street selling, don't move them. But Judge, go ahead, do your closing, Mr. Derek, and hurt my head sometime.
No, I'm not doing you.
Why you in the dark?
I'm telling you the truth.
Is that why you in the dark? At least you gone. Go ahead, George. Go do your closing. George, can you hear me? This boy can be listening to something else while we something. This is so. Mr. Davis, are you there? What happened to your light?
My current on.
What do you mean by your current on? George. Can you do
Are you there?
You'll be on the show, you be listening to something else. You know how many times I call you? You can do your closing, please.
Okay, look, guys, thank you so much. It was a good show, but Amy, please find another panelist. Let's drop Mr. Davis because Mr. Davis, his contribution to the show here, it is very okay. I'll stop that, but we need another panelist, Amy. Mr. David can go and rest for some time. They gather his thoughts for some time, come back. But it's a wonderful show. Let's do it again. I'll be here. If I'm available, I will let you guys know. Thank you so much. And I wish that we are the best, especially for the garbage collection that they're about to start. I hope that they can cross all their T's and dot all their I's because, you know, when you have a clean city, you have a healthy nation. You have healthy people and production, you know, starts from a healthy workforce, you know. So, let's hope that that process goes on successfully and we get our cities and our communities clean and avoid all the communicable diseases that can derive from dirty community. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Absolutely, Mr. Davis. Can you please do your closing? I told you already did, right?
No, I'm all talking about I did on my own.
I told you to close within something you did.
Yeah,
so.
let me just close quickly. I see my brother who only defend one person. Say they will take me from the platform, but he are not going to say the truth. What is the truth? We have big people yesterday. You say we talk about it. We not talk about it. We talk about what Joseph Boakai is beating people too. So when you're preaching, preach what you say. Preach what you believe is the right one to do. I'm telling you people, city ordinance in Liberia, I say it will not work. It might work or it might not work. Because the society we form ourselves in, it's not a society that can obey or that believe in things. There are people there who are going to destroy it. They see George Menen tomorrow, they will say the police beating people. Say the police taking people things that the CDC will bring and populate it into it. That's why I'm telling you now. I mean, watch the word today. It's starting July. Is it July 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will see George, then will come off. Just watch it. CDC will come off. But how they say the police treating the people like they will look at all the ordinance the police put together. They announce it to them. They preach it. They go even on jungle whatsoever on radio station, what to TV station, and tell them what is how to happen. Let somebody go cross it. You will see they will come stay on the street. Our cell phone journalism will come interview. So how you think about how they say the police is behaving? You will see what happens. Then CDC will join into it. Our cell phone journalists will come. That of them will come. Most of them from political party. They go there to interview people. You see someone on the market, the people go interview people. So I look at the market now. Market is high everywhere. When Ellen Johnson was there, market was so. When Joe Wacky, market was very high. When Joseph Barker came, market turned over high. The people will always say something. And the politicians then will change that narrative because they want to damage the other government, because they want to come back to power. We were doing better than the people. That's why you can see they can be doing comparison. During Joe Town and Joe Barker Town, which one better? You see people go there. They see George Menen, they can send money there to support those out there. They telephone journalism. You can support them to carry on all kind of lies. I'm not saying it's not going to work. I'm not saying it will be what they call, but it's going to be a very tough one. So those that are going to carry on, they got to wear iron skin.
Thank you, Mr. David. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for chilling with us. Always, we appreciate you. And please continue to share the show so people can watch later. And yeah, guys, I think that lastly again, congratulations to Timothy Weah for claiming a spot on the U.S. World Cup team. I knew he was gonna do that, but as a son of Liberia, and son of former President Weah, we want to be happy for him, for his success, there's no surprise there. His daddy is a guru in that area. I think he brought after his dad. So among his siblings to wear his size 11 shoe, to walk in his shoe, and he's proven to walk in his shoes, his dad's shoes, all right. Even though he may not be as good as his dad, but he's doing his best. He's his own good person, and we say congratulations, continue to shine, team, on the world stage. And while Liberia is not there, we must say, and I'm pretty sure that I think there was another Liberian boy name. I don't know. I forgot. I think somebody said something like that. Another Liberian though that on that team too, and something. I think we should. I will find his name too to congratulate him as well. So yeah, these things will work in Liberia. We just want to thank the city mayor. He's trying his best. He's doing his best. He and our people, like Mr. David has said, they are not animals, but they are people who are used to doing the wrong things for a very long time, and doing the right thing now seems like the wrong thing. So you have to be very firm with them. You can't just say it easily and just let it go. And you have to let all the noise. Don't mind the noise in the market. You will not buy. if you do. So you have to pull all the noise aside and do the right thing. Be firm with them. And that I believe this city mayor would do that. And I believe if things happened before with Mary Brewer, that stuff that she did that they were not used to and it worked, I think this one will work as well. So for Mr. Davis to come in and say, oh, it will not work because people will say that, people will say that, people always talk. People always play politics. People always something, but as long you have some kind of consequences attached to those behavior as they happen and you are firm about it, trust me, it will work. And nobody talking, plenty talking can stop it. And I think the city mayor is doing well, and we wish him well and hope that everything will work out in all of our favor. That when we go to Liberia, we'll breathe some clean air and be safe and not be smoking on hot stink dirt smell. And be sick and running to a hospital and all the babies who have been born in that environment or little kids, we want to see a clean city. And when people look at, oh, the city is dirty, the city is there, the city is that. Cleaning the city does not come with, ease. You got to pay for it. You got to pay people to take your trash. It's not free. Other people, that would give other people jobs to do too, Mr. Davis. People go, if you have to go be sending people out to be washing, kind of like watchman job on people putting trash out there, that's job that people doing. They gotta get paid for it. So all of those things, that's job creation. And I think instead of just criticizing everything, we should hope that they do the right thing, continue and do what they said they would do to make it work. And I have a strong belief in this city mayor, because from what I've been seen him do so far, I think he would do it and things will work out. And our city would be clean. Once again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you and considering to share this show. Fixie the channel, you rock. You're a rock star with your AI self. Coming here.
Black a disaster. You say Amy is a story fabricator.
I can talk too much. CDC AI, I'll take the badge out.
You not get CDC me again. Bila sorry, my man, we can get the I don't know why you don't come on because it's the link.
We'll take that badger out and he'll start typing too much. But anyway, thank you for coming in. We will see you all guys willing Friday. Good night. And
good night.
Fix that trying. We were supposed to.
Amy can lie. Not true. Amy can lie that you get you so.
Yeah, I thought you that AI there.
Yeah, I know you.
I know. Yeah, I know me. All right, good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.